Okay, it says you're live streaming.
I am live streaming.
Are we live?
Funny. We're live.
Oh, this is very funny.
It's gonna be like a little bit of a lag though.
Hey, we've got a couple people on already. What's up, guys?
Got the Adidon fam.
What's up, everyone? Alright. Hey, look, see, and I left a message.
Nice.
Oh.
Jackie M.
Hi, Kim
Oh,
Kim.
Jackie.
Okay.
We're gonna
wait for people to start trickling in, of course.
Yes.
So I wonder how many people we have. So
You
far.
guys are extremely important.
We got 16.
Here.
Absolutely.
Okay. Hey, this is my very first live stream ever. Actually, I did one before.
Did you?
I did one for a beauty company here in Korea. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, the name, but it's a really big one.
Mm-hmm.
See, actually, you might have seen me on it, but I did a live stream. That was the only time I did a live stream.
What'd you do?
We tried out like face pack, and then like we're talking about the skincare stuff. And it was Claire's, the brand is Claire's, that we tried out. It's really nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay, hi. Hey guys. It's really exciting to be here.
Yeah, we had a bit of a butt dial earlier when I was testing out the stream and everything, so sorry for the false alarm.
Hey, it's saying we're having audio feedback.
Oh, really?
Or no, wait, audio's good.
Audio's good?
Feedback. Hey, is the audio okay for you guys? Let us know if we're having some feedback. But you know, honestly, if there is feedback, I don't know if there's anything we can do about it.
Audio feedback, yeah.
Oh. Why is that? Oh, Raul, you know that brand? Yeah, Claire's. It's pretty nice. They've got some. I think they have a really good pack. You know. How's the sound?
It might be because the mic on the laptop's on as well. What's a live stream without problems and issues, right?
I got a hazelnut latte using my special tumbler. I love carrying my tumbler.
Echo, echo. Alright guys, I'm gonna try to fix the echo while we're still waiting for people to come in, but give us feedback, let us know.
Okay. Double audio, repeating like an echo. Audio is good, audio is good. Is that Jay? Is that you? You watching? If that's you. Oh, it's actually Jay.
He's saying on notification. Hey, we told Michael last night that he has to our live stream. But we'll see if he does. You should call him. Wake him up.
Yeah,
You should call him.
sounds clear, right? Sounds clear, right? Okay, good. Fixed it.
Thanks,
Fixed it.
Thanks, Chicago Low.
Oh man. Oh man.
Okay.
Oh gosh. I'm so nervous.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? She
Yeah.
did radio. She did
I know it's
radio.
different.
It's different.
And also this one I don't have a script. I mean.
Hey, Kim Kim 14.
Hey,
Cam's here. Cam's here.
Probably I shouldn't be shouting.
Everyone can hear.
Yeah, is the audio good?
Is
in
the
terms
audio
of
good in
our
terms
speaking
of
volume?
our
Just
speaking
let us
volume?
know.
Just let us know. Give us feedback.
Echo. Really
Echo.
low. Man, we're gonna
we're having all kind of
Okay,
audio
Jay,
issues.
you let
Michael know that we're here.
Call him 12 times. Tune in and tell him to tune in and leave great comments. Thanks. I'll see you tomorrow. They say it's gotten worse. Now the audio's low.
Now the
and
audio's
there's an
low
echo.
and now there's an echo.
Guys, just stay patient.
Alright.
Okay?
Just stay patient, okay?
Hang tight.
We'll fix it.
Oh man.
We
had
so many troubles
with setting this up
earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let me see.
It was fine. Whatever it's done.
Whatever is done has made it worse.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Well,
if you can hear me okay
If
and
you
the
can hear me
audio's
okay and the audio's all right,
and while SkyCedi is fixing things,
what
what you guys can be doing is
leaving comments
that
of
you would
questions
that you would
like us to address in the live stream today. Get ahead of the game. Leave a couple of your questions there, and then we're going to be able to scroll through them and think. And then we can talk about it with you guys on this live stream. So why don't we go ahead and do that?
Really bad echo. Okay, so how's the audio now?
I don't know. Any audio? Anything okay? With the viewer and not your equipment.
Ooh. Sounds like fighting words.
Okay,
Maybe.
Okay, so I went back to the original
Much
setting.
better.
Okay,
Thank you, Maddie.
We'll just go with that. And if there's any more issues, then we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Slight echo. Maybe that's my room because this apartment is slightly echoey, and I didn't have time to figure out my better microphone. I have a decent mic right now, but I'm kind of using I guess the second best option because of time. So yeah, bear with us. Hopefully it's not too bad.
Yeah. Okay. So it seems just like audio's a little bit better. So we'll move on.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Cool. So we've got 40 people watching. So what we're gonna do basically on this stream, we want to talk about our 2020 goals, and we want to hear your goals as well. So as we're talking about it, leave some of your 2020 goals or resolutions or whatever you want to call it, because I know some people are like, we don't do resolutions. Resolutions are overrated. But whatever you want to call it, do you have any goals that you want to accomplish this year? Because at the turning of a new year seems to be a good time mentally for a lot of people to plan goals for the next year. So leave that in the comments. But we're going to be talking about that, but also the channel. We want to talk about goals that we have for the channel because you guys have been seeing Becky a lot on the channel lately, and she's going to be more of a permanent part of the channel. And we're going to talk about some of the things that we want to do and start getting into this year with the channel and also outside of the channel. So the theme of this stream is 2020 goals with the channel and also personal goals, and also answering your questions. So leave some good questions. It could be like couple questions or just questions about us in general. You can ask questions to Becky if you're more curious about what she does, or should I say what she is, what she does and who she is. So yeah, that's basically going to be the focus of this live stream, and we're just going to hang out. I don't know how long we'll hang out. Usually in the past, I'll be on this thing for like 2 to 3 hours. So
I once watched your live stream. This is before we were dating, and I was like, what's this YouTuber guy doing? And so I was watching your live stream, and I remember I watched for I let it play for like an hour. I think it was clean the house, and I just signed off because it was so long. But hey, you're very interesting, wonderful.
Well, it's because everyone had all these great questions.
Yeah, but now I understand.
Yeah,
now I understand
time goes
what
by
this live
fast.
stream thing is.
Yeah, so nice, Michael. What's up, Mike?
I know, Mike's here. It's so nice.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yo, is Ren in here? Ren is here. What is up, man?
Who's Ren?
Ren in Cali. He's my boy.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Yeah, he's from Michael's side, from Michael's channel, but he's a good person in the comments all the time.
Okay.
Man, Ren, it's been a while, man.
We have a nice one here. Jackie said, she or he? Is it he? I can't say.
Jackie.
Jackie.
Is she.
Okay.
Mhm.
She has goals to get more fit, save money for 2 trips, get back to school, finish my last 2 years. I like that. I think
Okay.
that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get on my stream on my phone.
Okay. Well, I'm so glad you guys are here. We didn't actually do a proper introduction.
No, we didn't.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to SkyCedi channel. I am a Black Korean man living here in Seoul, Korea.
South Korea, that's what I usually say.
In South Korea.
Yeah, so I guess that's it. And then, hi, I'm Becky White. Yeah, so why don't, actually, I think it would be a good idea for you to introduce yourself in terms of who you are, what you do, for those that don't know out there.
Okay. If you guys have seen some of his videos prior, then you'll know a little bit about me, I think. And if you haven't seen the videos, you can check them out. We have a few, but 2 talking videos. You can learn more about me as an individual and us as a couple. I'm getting all nervous. I don't know why. It's hot in here. So my name is Becky, and I'm living here in Korea. I've been here full time now for a couple of years, and I work in like modeling, entertainment, production side with my own channel, The Halfie Project, as well as having a podcast under the same name. I'm also a radio host. Sunday Studio, TBS EFM Live. Check us out Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. KST Seoul Time. tune in. I know Cam. You
It's
tune
a real
in.
fun show. Jay, if
You
you're
tune
still
in.
in here, yeah,
Yeah,
Jay.
Jay left. He was
co-host.
here, but he's the co-host, and so it's actually a really fun show. And because it's live, we can get comments from you guys and messages, and we always respond. And like song requests, we play them for you. So it's so great. I didn't mean to plug that, but I just did. And yeah, so I have a lot of interests, including photography and writing and my blog and music, and I just do a lot of stuff. And I think that's it in a nutshell.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So, thank you for the introduction. Ren, it is definitely coffee time. I've got, what did you
I
get
got
me?
you vanilla.
Vanilla latte?
This is hazelnut, this is vanilla.
Nice. We got our tumblers because we want to take care of the planet. That's one thing that I'm learning from her is how to take care of our planet a lot more. So,
I'm happy to hear that.
haha. Cool. Yeah, so 2020 goals. Why don't we start with personal goals and then we'll talk about the channel. And again, leave your personal goals or resolutions in the comments. One of the goals, the most typical goal that everyone talks about is getting fit, right? And going to the gym, working out, something along those lines. For me, that's always been a part of my lifestyle anyway. I've been doing that for, let's see, it's 2020. Oh my goodness. I've been doing that for about 13 years now, consistently. So that's not one of my goals because it's just part of my life. I would say eating better would be a goal because I wouldn't particularly say I eat really well all the time. And what I mean by that is, maybe I'll eat too much meats or I'll have too many snacks or things like that. So yeah.
I'm so sorry. We just got a comment from Emily that says, also I have to say how much I love listening to your podcast, Becky. I've been following such a channel since we had it.
Yeah, Emily, what's up? Yeah, I haven't heard from Emily in a while. Yeah, we were actually in the same epic orientation and intake. So we've been in Korea for the same amount of time.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's okay. It's okay. Yeah, so I was just saying I want to eat better and cleaner and eat less meats. I watched a documentary called Game Changers on Netflix, and documentaries can be hit or miss when it comes to like these certain topics because a lot of times they're biased and you really have to do your research. But it really got me thinking about the fact that eating less meat, I think, in the research does seem to correlate with better health all around. So I want to eat a little bit less meat. And
you're doing really well too.
Yeah.
He's kind of going a little vegan.
Little bit.
I mean, you're eating less meat and more veggies as well.
Right. So I guess more vegetarian. Yeah, but like I ordered from this one meal prep service here in Seoul last week just to try out their prepackaged meals. It's called Sprout. And so I got like some bean burritos. I got this spaghetti, and we got some chili. We tried that out. It's not too bad. So no meat, very healthy. But the spaghetti was like really weird. I don't know if I can do that again.
Hey, we got a question though.
Yeah.
And it said, Sedi, will your mom be visiting you again in Korea? Will you do another amazing video?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the next time she visits, I'll definitely do some more videos with her. My mom is so good on the camera. She's such a natural.
She's really good, honestly.
But as far as when she's going to be coming back, not sure. I'm hoping next year sometime. So she definitely, it's not in the works for her to visit this year. And the main reason is because she is watching her grandkids, my sister's babies. So it's really difficult for her to break away from that.
Hey, have you guys ever tried out Pilates or yoga? Speaking of health and fitness.
I have.
Okay, everyone raise your hand if you think yoga and Pilates is hard. And raise your hand if you guys think it's soft. I really want to know. I want to know what people think. You have no right to raise your hand anymore. I ran him through the, I guess you would call it Pilates routine today. We only had like 30 minutes to go into my gym. Do a really fast workout.
Yeah, that mess was hard, man. Yeah, like the first 2 exercises were easy. But then after that, it just progressively got worse.
Well, okay, so the first one, I thought you were making fun of it. I thought you were like pretending it's hard. Like, oh, this is so difficult while you're doing it. And so I was like, oh, okay.
Kind of was.
Because I started with that one because I figured you would be like, this is so easy. And I wanted to ease you in.
Yeah, that was really,
you did a great job.
really tough. Yeah. Yo, Rin, I still like steak though, for sure. I definitely love steak. So no worries with that. I'll be eating steak continuously. She don't know what that means.
And we had someone ask about meatless Mondays.
Meatless Mondays.
I mean, sure. If you want to put it on a schedule, if that helps you and encourages you to keep to something.
Mm-hmm.
We don't eat. No. I mean, we do. Mostly, like, if we have meals out together,
Mm-hmm.
then we'll go for, like, chicken or samgyeopsal.
Yeah, he usually has
like
meat.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, Siska's in the chat. What's up, Siska?
Mike.
Mike.
So funny.
It's so funny.
So is this how you usually do your live streams?
Yeah,
I just kind of read through the comments, talk.
Oh, okay. So you just, like, you read the comments, and you just chat with people.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah. So
I talked about one of my
I talked about one of my goals. What's one of your personal goals?
My personal goals?
Yeah.
What are my personal goals? I have so many. And I want to... Okay, if we're just keeping it, like, really just, like, hey, just my personal goal. As in, like, it doesn't affect a professional aspect of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Then, I want to journal every day, again.
Mm.
Yeah, because I used to journal every single day since I was, like, 8 or 9. And then I stopped in a while, and then especially discovering videos and, you know, Instagram. It's so easy to be like, hey, I'm also keeping track of my life and what's going on here. But there's something different about writing it down. And it's also really fun to go back and read it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very cool. I used to journal.
I think I have an entry of when I first met you.
Really?
Yeah.
What did it say?
I think I was writing in my journal when you came to the cafe
Mm-hmm.
that we met.
Okay.
Do you remember?
So it wasn't like the first day.
And I think I was journaling saying, hey, I'm about to meet
Oh, okay.
this guy named Cedric.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go through and see if I can find it.
Nice. That's good. Yeah, I definitely want to eventually journal.
But
But I feel like me just filming as much as I do a lot of times is kind of a way for me to journal.
I mean, it does definitely count.
It's different. It's totally different.
Yeah.
I
And I
understand.
also think, like, when you're writing, you're using a different part of your brain. And the type of vocabulary and then just the thought process. The
Mhm.
thinking through something is different
Right.
when you're writing it.
Right. Absolutely. Cool. What's some of your goals, guys?
You know, these Daily K people are so funny because I always see them on when you guys do your show.
Mm-hmm.
I always see them chatting, and they always chat among themselves.
Mhm.
I feel like they're not even like chatting to you or us. They're just like hanging out with each other. Hey, Cisco, Raul. Hey.
Yeah, but they're definitely like the
That was
best
so
people.
nice.
Yeah, pork gives me life too as well, Micah. Like for sure. Pork is probably one of my top favorite meats. But I mean, I'm chicken, beef, and pork all day. I guess those are the main meats anyway.
Yeah.
The common ones, at least
Do
in
you
the
like
West.
fish?
Yes and no.
You have sushi with me.
I like sushi. But I'm never one to like choose fish on the menu first. Fish tacos I'll do. Good. Kind of like fried fish.
Do you
or
like
something.
고등어?
Not really. To be. Oh really? Yeah. I mean, I can eat it. I can eat most fish, but
Yes. Okay. Then how about why don't you share with the lovely viewers your plans for SkyCedi channel?
okay.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So
Let's see.
well, for this year, I definitely want to get back into more of a consistent upload schedule because last year was kind of hit or miss in terms of the frequent uploads. And what I aim to do is to upload once a week, and that was really difficult last year to be able to do that, especially during certain parts. So this year, definitely uploading once a week, but not only that. But like I said, you're going to be more of a consistent part of the channel. So Becky is going to be joining me on either being in the videos or helping me produce the videos. And what we want to do with the content is we want to really focus in on the half Korean experience, but also different elements of Korean culture in a very creative way. And so we want to get into doing more like well-produced projects and shorts. And what I mean by shorts is like short films and even, I don't know if skit is the right word, but like things where we want to prove a point and do something in a creative way where it involves us telling a story, whether it's us being the ones in the film or we're filming other people like that.
Well written, creative, meaningful videos. And the format is determined by what we're trying to do.
Yeah, for sure. So like, for example, we want to, very soon, we're going to do, I'm not going to give away, I guess, the idea, but we're going to do a short film skit with me and her about the Halfie experience.
You're gonna see his acting.
Yeah, it's not that great.
It's good.
If you want to see it, go to Mike's channel.
Yeah, check out
Michael.
Michael's channel, and you're gonna see his acting.
No, but I'm gonna be working on it, and so we're gonna do a nice little creative video there, and it's gonna be, you guys know me, I really want to always up my production value, so it's gonna be very well produced but simple. So we've got that coming up. We also will do a lot of talking videos where we're talking about different topics like we have been. Does someone like your shirt?
Oh yeah, no, okay. I just wanted to say that Jane asked where I got my shirt.
Ooh.
This was at 8 seconds. I don't know if it's still current season, because 8 seconds really kind of changes through those, but that's where I got it. And you can match it with a really cute corduroy brown skirt that's kind of the same color. This is kind of an awkward color to match with certain things, but this brown color matches really well with that corduroy skirt that they also have there. So that's the set that I have. So thank you. And as for this tumbler, guys, by the way, the only reason I actually bring these things up is because I really care about it and really believe in it. So just point that out. So this tumbler, this is from Clean Canteen. They did a collaboration with Stigma, which is part of like a street art organization here in Korea that supports local street artists. So all of this that you're seeing, this is all font that was created by local street artists here in Korea, and they're all writing Vatos or Feel Good, Stigma Society, which all has to do with the brand. And this was one of their tumblers that came out of a special collaboration. It came out during last Seoul Fashion Week, right? So we attended that party, and they gave me this tumbler. And so I love it because it's stainless steel and it's really big inside, keeps things really hot, also keeps things really cold, easy to clean, and easy to carry around. So I honestly have this like everywhere. I love my tumbler.
And my tumbler is just a regular boring tumbler from HomePlus.
So I'm so glad that you use it. I'm so happy.
Yeah, this is
That,
pretty nice.
You didn't ever use this before, huh?
I didn't really use tumblers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just always like using up as much plastic as possible. I just never, I'll just be honest.
That was your goal?
Yeah, I mean, no, but like, I just never really thought about it. So it's good that I started using
Rin
this.
and Callie said he just ordered you some Korean beef. Should be there shortly. Awesome.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to enjoy it together.
Raul thinks you're very professional.
Oh, really? Oh, thank you, Rob.
Just
who's more professional,
Who's
me
camera
or
person?
Peter from Adidas?
Oh yeah, Peter's pretty professional.
He's
But
pretty
Peter's is like being okay. I gotta just share this one. I don't know who he said this to. I was tuning in on one show, and you guys were talking about pens. Like you have your hashtag of the week. You know what I'm getting at?
I don't
Okay,
remember
you
that.
have this hashtag thing of the week, and everyone will send in like photos of their pens or their writing utensils. And somebody sent in a picture of a pile of pens, and then Peter was like, in his typical, Peter fashion, like his, "Oh, thank you so much for sending in that photo." And that was really bad.
Yeah.
But it was just like, it was like a stream of conscious kind of comments. If you weren't paying attention, you would have missed it. He says, "Oh, looks like you love your pens. Or some people might call you a penophile." And then he just kept moving on. And then when he was going to break, I couldn't stop laughing.
What? I missed that.
This was when I was
Oh, that was
co-hosting
when
that
you
day.
were? Oh, okay.
It was so funny. Yes, he called one of
That's
you guys
funny.
a pedophile, which, I mean, honestly, like, it makes sense if you love pens.
It's true. Very
It's
true.
pretty close. It's a pretty close call.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Let's see, Mary Bell? Is that how you pronounce it? Mary Bell? No, I didn't sell my camera. I'm filming on it right now, but I am selling it because I want to upgrade to a different camera. It's actually the same camera, but it's a upgraded model. And so I want to, actually the camera that I'm selling, the one that I'm shooting on right now, it's a really good camera. And a lot of people who shoot with this camera or want to shoot with this camera, they're going to still find value in it, even though there's an upgrade, because the upgrade is very expensive. So yeah, I will be selling this camera. So if you're interested in a professional DSLR, one of the best in its class, hit me up, let me know. I'll definitely sell it to you. Yeah, I want to upgrade to the other camera because it's just gonna like up the production value just a little bit more. And so super excited about that.
Someone here asks or says we should do Korea matching couple style.
Oh, we thought about that. Why is your face like
Alright.
that? You don't want to do that?
I've never done couple style,
We don't do it.
and I don't want it to be cheesy.
Oh, we almost actually, no, we tried to get the same sweater. This sweater that I'm wearing right
This is
here.
the closest one here.
Yeah, they didn't have one for, I guess, her size. So we were actually going to get the same sweater. I think different colors. So almost.
She had this one.
Me?
I'm just kidding. But if you guys have an idea for a Korean couple, okay, let's just say that I'm not anti the couple look. If it's nice and interesting,
Right.
then I will think about it.
Right.
So because you can do different things, you don't have to do a couple shirts. You can do a couple shoes.
Yo, like, Mike, I don't know if you're still in the chat, but like, I think you and Rose, Rose is Mike's wife, I think you guys have matching J's, right?
What
Yeah,
are
that's
matching J's.
like Jordans.
Oh, okay.
Jordan sneakers. Yo, that's what I want.
You mentioned that.
Yeah, so matching J's is like ultimate couple goal. Yo, I
might do
wonder,
I might
Cisco, we should bring Peter in. You should send him a message, tell him to come on.
Yeah, tell me come on, and then
He might be working now.
I'll do his impression one more time. I'm working on my impressions. Yeah, I have Jimmy Stewart, Peter Bint,
Yes.
and I guess that's it.
Yeah, you're building the archive. there.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, without being too matchy, I so agree with you. And thank you, Unita. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I really want some J's. Like, I've never owned a pair of J's because obviously growing up they were just way too expensive. Even though I think my mom probably would have bought it for me.
You and I.
Oh, thanks. But I don't know. I think I might invest in some J's now.
Hey, I'm curious.
The number 3.
People who are watching here, what are some things that you want to be seen on the SkyCedi channel?
That's a good question.
Yeah, because I mean, we'll get a lot of people who are very encouraging, or people who are saying, I love the couple vibes, you know, and all of those things are very, very encouraging. But if you have like very specific things, like you have a particular question, or you think, hey, what does this mean, and can you go in more in depth about it, etc. We're totally happy to do our research and to, you know, tackle maybe complicated topics, especially concerning mixed race and history of all of that, in a creative, clear way, so people can understand.
Right.
Totally happy to do the heavy lifting.
Right, and again, we want to do it through talking videos, but also through creative, like short films or short skits, things like that. I don't know if any of you guys follow some of those like Korean American popular Asian channels like Wong Fu, or Just Kidding Films. They don't really do much on the film side anymore, but yeah. Sorry.
I was gonna post on my Instagram
Oh yeah.
that we're doing a live stream right now.
Oh, you
I
can
think,
post-
I think people don't know that.
Yeah. Yeah. So like cause they like Wong Fu, and then they do like short films. So we're thinking something like that, but more on the half Korean or just different cultural sides, because like those short films typically deal with like the stereotypical Asian American, Korean American experience, but I think we have a different perspective that we can come from, and that's through the half Korean experience. And another thing that I eventually would love for us to do is getting into producing more like legit short films. I don't mean like just like YouTube shorts, but like actual short films that we can, you know, put into film festivals, and then who knows, at some point one day we can do like feature films.
Yeah.
Because we've got like Crazy Rich Asians, which I haven't even watched yet.
Me neither.
Which I need to watch just to watch, right? Oh no.
I'm just dying. This is what, actually I'm getting a new phone today, guys. Hey, this is very helpful. Let me have your input. What kind of phone should I get?
Yeah, let her know.
It keeps dying. Sorry. All right. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, we do want to do that. Making, well, made videos. As you know, this guy's all about the quality. And so what I'm thinking is with our partnership that I can help provide some of the creativity.
Yeah.
And we can be a good blend.
Right. We work really well together.
Oh, we
we've
have a
got-
lot of good ideas here.
I like the hashtags. Skybeck, Bexy, Bexy, B Sky.
The sky.
I like it.
How about Sky? Oh no, that doesn't
Sky-bee.
sound good at all.
Oh, Skyby? We thought of that. Skyby.
Skyby. I thought Skyby was really cute.
Skyby's cute.
Skyby. I'm gonna write it out so you guys can see it. Skyby.
Hey.
Hey, you tell Wong Fu to hit us up. I actually emailed them. Did you know that?
No.
I did. I emailed them. I was
Mhm.
like, hey guys, I do something called the Halfie Project, and I love what you're doing, and we should collaborate.
Mm.
They responded to me. They sent me an email, and then they were like, hey, you know something, love this, blah, blah, blah. Why don't you send me an email via my personal email, and I'll get back to you. And I was like, oh, will.
Did you?
And I emailed him.
I didn't respond.
And I didn't respond.
Yeah.
It's probably did.
Yeah, but you know, like I think because, like, for example, how many of you guys have watched the show Kim's Convenience? Like, very creative show about a Korean American family. And I find that show to be very funny, well produced, very like bite-sized episodes. I didn't watch all of the episodes. I watched probably 6 or 7. And I like the idea, but it's from a just like a Korean American experience or Asian American experience. And I find that a lot of these shows tend to play around the same stereotypes or the same jokes. And nothing wrong with that. I think it's cool and funny. But I think coming from a half Asian or half Korean or multicultural experience to just be something that, one, people aren't really used to seeing on like mainstream media or TV, and 2, would be very insightful, because one of the things that I think we both want to do is we want to make some sort of an impact in the mindsets of people here in Korea in terms of how they view mixed Koreans.
Yeah, and media has a big part to play with that.
Mhm.
I mean, if you look even just in Korean media, finding a foreigner who's playing a role not as the token foreigner, but just as a person who's part of this cultural and societal landscape of this country. That's very rare, you know? And in fact, I can't even put my finger on anybody who is just like, hey, we're just another actor here, you know? And then that's kind of how people can change their minds about the way they view others. We know that media has a huge impact. And so that being said, having mixed Koreans, especially someone who's half white, half Korean, half black, half Korean, you know, doing things that people can look at and just be like, whoa, okay, you know, hey, they're also Korean. Oh, hey, they're also American. Hey, they're also black. They're also white.
Right.
It kind of makes it just less scary or less weird or less unapproachable. And I think that's really significant. And we both have that capability to do that. And so that's kind of what we want to do.
Yeah. So that really starts this year. And so I know for me, because last year, I tend to say this about the previous year all the time, especially the last few years, but last year was crazy busy to where a lot of those like personal projects and those passion projects I just have not been able to focus on. And so this year, I'm going to make some changes to where I'm going to put that as priority. Because if I don't, then it'll never really happen. So I think this year, one of my goals, another goal would be to free up time from certain activities to focus on like activities like this, like creating content, not only for YouTube, because YouTube is still top priority, but also for like the personal projects that we want to do. And we're just going to start by uploading to YouTube these projects and these shorts and just seeing where it goes. But I think, I definitely want to collab with like Wong Fu and like just the Korean American community, or the Asian American community in the States. And they all tend to be like in the LA area. So who knows? Maybe this year we'll get connected and we could do some stuff.
Yeah, I think it's really possible. YouTube kind of levels the playing field, honestly.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. For sure.
People reach out to you, and you can show what you have up on the same platform as everyone else. It's kind of exciting, actually.
SkyPay.
I know. SkyPay.
Yeah, bro. What do you mean by that? Foreigners more open than Koreans? Is that like a?
Yeah. What does that mean? Some people need to be more open. I mean, actually, if we turn into, not to plug it again, but the Halfie Project podcast, we actually talk about immigrants. We talk about being kids of immigrant parents on the podcast, and I invited a friend, and she's pretty closed about her background and everything, but she has a lot of great insight on kind of that part. People need to be more open, right? People need to accept everyone of different races and cultures, etc. Blah blah blah. And just it's a very complex issue. I know it's very easy for us to blanket statement and just be like, don't judge, right? But it's so easy to fall back into that, no matter how woke or where you are.
Right.
That's like what I told you. Remember when I was coming back on the airplane?
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell a story?
Yeah.
Do you remember
course.
which one?
Why don't you tell them?
You're pretending. I saw it in your eyes. I saw it in your eyes.
Oh gosh, okay, why don't you tell them?
Alright, okay, so this is in regards to being judgmental, even though you're trying so hard not to, and just being open and accepting, and then catching yourself and realizing, like, wow, I just like anyone else can be judgmental, and also judging somebody else for not, like, if someone's like, you should be more judgmental, frankly, you're judging them. So you know what I mean? Catch yourself first. But like, so when I was coming back to Korea, because I visited the States over the holidays, when I was flying back to Korea, I get kind of like I guess a little bit on edge. Just at first entrance when I'm on the airplane coming back, like I transfer at China coming over to Seoul, and I feel just always a little bit on edge, just because I don't know, I get sensitive. I think how the air stewardess or air people, flight attendants,
Right. Airspace.
how the flight attendants approach me, right? And so I remember I was kind of like sitting, and then one guy came to sit in the window seat, and he said, "Excuse me, I need to get in." And he was Korean, and I knew he was Korean, and he was looking at me, and he was speaking to me in English, and I just was like, because I was already very sensitive. It's very silly, honestly, and I was like, "Yes, you can sit here," right? And I said it in Korean. He was like, "Oh, thanks, I came. Sit down." I'm kind of inwardly fuming, like, who are these people judging the way I look, making assumptions based on my appearance, da, 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 da. And then the second guy comes in, and he's sitting in the center seat, and of course he has to pass me, and I wasn't looking at him closely, and he was like, "Excuse me, I need to get to the center seat," and so I responded in Korean, like, "Oh, sorry, here, go ahead and sit down." And so we came to sit down, and then a couple minutes later, I kind of glance over, and his passport is Chinese, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and I realized that he doesn't speak Korean, and he's not even Korean, but I was so caught up in judging people for judging me and my appearance. I mean, honestly, I fell prey to my own, what would you call that, bad attitude. So even people who are constantly trying to be open and aware, like, it's very easy to fall back into.
Right. Yeah, and that's and I realized, because we've kind of shared stories like that through previous videos, especially the things not to say to Koreans or half Koreans in that video. And it's easy for, I guess, people to not really understand where we're coming from, or to others it might sound really stupid that we would feel that way, because I feel that way all the time. I think I'm learning how to deal with it better. And what I mean is, like, for example, like for me, if I'm speaking Korean to, I don't know, I'm at a restaurant or anywhere, and I'm speaking Korean to a Korean, but they insist on speaking English to me, like, it annoys me. It really does. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. Now, from their perspective, the Korean person's perspective, 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10, they will never know that I'm Korean, right? Like, they just won't know, so I can't really expect them to. So it's just little things like that that we go through as half Koreans in varying degrees. So yeah, I think it does sound silly, but at the same time, I think there's a deeper issue with why we feel those feelings.
Yeah, it's very complicated, and it can't be addressed in one YouTube video.
No, and I think those little nuances, because those feelings are very nuanced that we feel, and those experiences, I think those are the type of stories that we want to tell, like those nuanced stories, instead of those super straightforward stereotypes. I think the nuance is what we want people to understand, hopefully.
Yeah,
Yep.
I do agree. Hey, we had someone who came in from the Philippines. We have King Liwei. Good morning,
King. What's
Cedric.
up, King?
Oh, you know King?
Yeah, from Daejeon.
Oh, how
Yeah,
nice.
he's like usually back and forth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very nice. I love Cebu. One of my
Mhm.
best friends, she's living there. She married a Filipino guy, and they live in Cebu now. That's where my goddaughter is. She's so cute. It was great. So nice.
Very cool. Yeah, nice to see you, King.
Thanks for coming in.
Hey, by the way, King, yo, we gotta exchange books again because you have my book and I have your book. So he has my book from Cindy, the Korean girl that was adopted.
Oh,
by
okay,
my
right.
Yeah, we did a book swap.
Oh,
And I have the Crazy Korean Cool. Is that what it's called? Yeah, I have his book, The Birth of Korean Cool. Yeah, so we gotta like make that exchange.
oh, Darren, what a cute question. Are you guys Americans and models?
Yes and no. Yes and yes. For you.
But you modeled.
I modeled for Nike.
Yeah, you
yo.
modeled for Nike,
I
guys.
modeled for Nike. That was like kind of that was very random.
Surreal.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was really cool, and you did a great job. You're a very good fitness model.
Yeah, like a runway model, or I guess just like a regular model that just takes pictures and just that. I don't even know what do you call those. Are those like regular fashion models?
Yeah, fashion models.
I'm not good with that, man. I'm so bad with that. But like Becky is like, every picture she takes, it turns out good, and I'm the opposite. It does. So she knows what to do.
No. Hey, Cebu trip! I totally want to go to Cebu. Actually, that's a plan of ours
Mhm.
to go visit Cebu. The friend that I mentioned earlier, we want to go take a trip out and see that. And in the meanwhile, while in Cebu, it'd be so great to do a couple Happy Project interviews while we're out there.
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
that'd be dope.
Yeah.
Cebu's not too far.
No, it's not. It's only like 3 hours flight out, maybe 2 hours. Well, no, you have to go to Manila first.
Oh,
And then
yeah?
transfer over to Cebu. But it's really close. If we head out to Cebu, we should let everyone know. Say hi. We're going to Cebu.
Siska says,
Malay people thought I'm Japanese. Thai people thought I am Taiwanese.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's Let's see. What do
Being
people
racially
usually?
ambiguous.
Yeah, I'm pretty racially ambiguous, I would say.
You know what's
I'm very
funny?
racially ambiguous.
This is funny. I read YouTube comments because I am just self-punishing, and I saw like some people literally stacked on top of each other.
Mhm.
One comment was like, "Who does Cedric think he is? He's black, and he looks so black, and he can't be anything else but black." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then underneath that, literally like a couple down was like, "Why does he think he's black? He definitely doesn't look black. He's so Asian. Look how
Right.
Asian he is." And I was like, it's all this perspectives that people have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's pretty cool on one hand, but it does come with its, again, nuanced issues that at least I deal with.
Yeah.
But I think in the States it's different. Being here, like I deal with a different set of issues when it comes to like my identity. Overall, I'm very confident in who I am, and I know who I am, and that's what matters. But we're also relational people, so it's like how you deal with people and how they perceive you and treat you is also like a factor in just how you function in life. So it is still important to me to some degree.
Rebecca! Oh, I was typing and speaking at the same time. Hey, Rebecca! I'm so happy that you're here. As half Japanese, half white American, I love watching your channel. I'm assuming it's your channel because it's here on SkyCedi. But if you watch Happy Project too, we're very happy as well to have you.
Yeah. Again, if you guys don't know, Happy Project, I mean, she's mentioned it several times, but like...
It's funny because before we started, I was like, I'm not going to talk about Happy Project. I'm going to keep it separate. I'm not going to plug anything.
No.
I'm sorry.
Go subscribe to the Happy Project. It's really, really cool. I'm actually the first interview before we were dating.
You are.
And I was like so nervous. Like alright, so go to her channel, alright, the Happy Project. And did you type it in yet? Yeah, you should type it in. Go to her channel if you haven't, subscribe, and go all the way back and watch the first video. It's me. And I was like, we had only met, I think at this point, this is maybe the third time we've ever seen each other. And I I was feeling her, okay, basically. So I was like infatuated, and like in the interview, I was so nervous, but I tried to keep my cool. So you guys be the judge. Watch the interview. It's a good interview. She asked really good questions.
It's a
but
great interview.
like
Yeah.
you guys have behind the scenes knowledge of how I was actually thinking and feeling, and like my heart was beating. So yeah, so check it out.
You know what? So actually, we had already filmed one interview before you.
Hmm.
We filmed one interview before him.
Yeah.
It's with my friend Daniel Tendler. You actually, if you see Half Project, he's on there as well, but he came later. He's German Korean. And we filmed this interview, and one of the guys filming with us, the sound, I guess, just didn't work through his camera. And so we couldn't use it. It was unusable.
Mhm.
And then what happened was KBS contacted me via Dan and Joel. You know Dan and Joel YouTube channel? Because I'm friends with them. And they said, hey, like, they're interested in putting in the KBS documentary, the Half Project. Why don't you do an interview and we'll film it for KBS? I said, great. I asked, so Daniel's interview then was scrapped because we couldn't use it. And then I thought, let's kick it off with KBS thing. So the person I had booked for that interview calls me Friday night. The interview was Saturday morning. Wednesday morning. Interview was Wednesday morning. She calls me Tuesday night. I can't do it. Sorry, I have a class thing tomorrow. It's like, this is a disaster. So then, you weren't even living in Seoul at the time.
Mhm.
And we had only met twice. We barely talked ever, just at one time at the party. And I just contacted you out of nowhere. I
Right.
knew the whole time. I was like, he's not available. He lives 2 hours away. He teaches full time.
Right.
And I was like, oh, hush, all you sound. And I contacted you out of the blue pretty much.
Right, and the crazy thing about it, because again, it was a Wednesday that I needed to go and do the interview, Wednesday early morning,
Mhm.
and I usually work Wednesdays, but of all times, I took that Wednesday off because there was an event that night that I was planning on going to in Seoul. Again, I'm living in Daejeon, about an hour away from train, by train, and yeah, so when she contacted, it was literally the perfect time, and then of course I'm like, oh my gosh, like she's feeling her, so I'm like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So it worked out perfectly.
I couldn't believe it. And you came and you were even 10 minutes early to the interview and you were dressed very nicely.
Mhm.
And then the interview went perfectly. You were so good on camera and you had such good points. I was like, I couldn't believe it, how it came together.
Mhm.
You know, even I didn't even realize that I was asking you to come the next morning. I messaged you on Friday or Tuesday night.
Mhm.
And then you were like, Wednesday, do you mean tomorrow? I said, oh my gosh, I do mean tomorrow. And you still came.
Mhm.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. So you guys can see that interview. It's just funny how that happened. You're my first interview,
Mhm.
and it's all captured there for the
Yeah.
channel. It's crazy, seriously.
Right.
It's fun to watch sometimes.
Yeah. So of course check out that interview, but like the Halfie Project channel has a wide range of different types of stories that is
Right,
told,
yeah.
mostly through the lens of whoever she's interviewing, but there are a couple of like one-off videos where it's more like small, like mini documentary style, or
Mhm.
like where it's just Becky talking. It's really cool. So check it out.
Okay, I think we should
Contact, confirm.
Cedric.
Cedric is brown. I am brown, Siska.
word.
Ralph.
Yeah.
Raul, Cedric is black.
We have, what hobbies do you share other than fitness? Do you
Mhm.
like being silly, karaoke, sewing, painting, shopping?
Yeah, sewing.
Well, we hate being silly, for one. We hate it. And
Seriously?
we have, okay, we do share fitness, for sure. If you heard earlier in the stream that we did a great workout.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Love fitness.
And he loves fitness. Actually, I really love fitness too, but now I go more often to the gym. I used to just run
Mm-hmm.
and do like yoga stuff. Really inspired that. Okay, how about karaoke? Do you have anything to say about karaoke?
I like karaoke or norebangs here, but I don't think you do.
I do.
But you told me you didn't. Like before we were dating, because that was gonna be one of my like date ideas, or to kind of like ask her out. It's like, hey, let's hang out. Let's go to norebang, dinner norebang.
I think
But
you
then
asked
she-
and I said no.
Yeah. Actually, I did.
Oh my gosh,
And you said no. So
that's funny. I like it.
We like music.
Yeah.
We do music together, or we haven't done much together, but like we love music. Respectively, we have like histories in music, and that's another thing this year that we want to do more together.
Actually, yeah, that's a big thing. I should probably say it here just to make myself feel more accountable.
Okay.
This is 2020 is the year of the Becky album.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The Becky album. She has a single that came out last year. So.
We're gonna pretend it didn't.
And I made the music video for it.
He made the music video, so I want to toot that, but I don't want you to hear it. Just you can go turn off the sound and just watch the video.
No, it's a cute song. It's a cute song.
It is
So
cute.
so we like music together.
Do we like sewing? Do you like sewing? Have you ever sewed in your life?
I've done the hand sewing, like fixing clothes. Like there's a rip in my jeans, I know how to fix it.
I used to sew my socks.
Like from scratch?
Because no, because I always get holes. Look, there's the only one now.
There is. You want to show it?
No, I don't. Also socks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And how about painting?
No, I have not painted.
Have you never?
No, I mean I have, but I haven't painted probably since grade school or high school or something.
I just had a great idea. We should do a video of us painting each other's portraits.
Ooh. Wait, are you good at painting?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that.
That's actually a really funny one. Okay, the last one is shopping. Do you like shopping?
Shopping, yes.
You like shopping way more than I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, get it and go. But you're
I do like shopping.
You take your time. You like to shop.
Yeah.
By the way, more than shopping, because I learned about fast fashion and impact it has on our environment. If you want to learn a great video about that, watch the Patriot Act about fast fashion, okay? And that totally changed my mind about it. So though I do like to buy clothes because I attend different events and, you know, wearing different outfits, and I love fashion, I really do. I'm trying to think of what's the smartest way to go about it without having a huge environmental impact like fast fashion does. So being very picky about what I buy now, and also reusing things, doing swaps, and I also found a great app in Korea called Closet Share, where you can just pay a certain amount per month, and then you can basically borrow. They're all designer wear too. They're all local Korean designers. So it's really great clothing. It's all made here in Korea, and it's all very beautiful and unique. And they're actually very expensive if you buy them. If you do a closet share, you have a couple months, and you can return it. That way you're always changing out your wardrobe. You're not wasting money, and you're not causing a bigger environmental impact. And you can wear fashionable things every event you go to. I really believe in that. So that's why.
That was amazing. She was like on a roll.
I'm sorry. I'm really passionate about that, guys. So Closet Share, okay? I'm writing it here. Look, CLOSETSHRE. All right.
Yeah, they have a lot of those like type of services in the States. Like it's pretty popular now. But how would you do that?
You know, I don't know if they have menswear in there yet, but you can check it out. Let's see. We have. Wait, is Becky also mixed? Yeah. Head over to Halfie Project to find out. And then we have. Let's see.
Oh, there was a comment I saw earlier from I think it's House Elliot.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it.
Thank you for your education.
Thank you for your educational topics. Thank you, Emily. I really appreciate the comments you're leaving here. They're very encouraging. And favorite K-pop group. He has more than me. I don't know anyone.
Yeah, I haven't been into K-pop lately, but I used to like K-pop a lot. First wave being in the 90s when I was in high school. Actually middle school as well, but these are all people that I think a lot of you guys probably will not be familiar with. And then I went through probably 6-7 years ago a period of really loving like Girls' Generation, 21, that era. So that's technically like the golden era of K-pop. So beyond that, oh, and Boa, who can forget Boa? And I never really got into guys groups, understandably, I guess. But I think now I wouldn't say I even listen to K-pop.
All right, guess the song. Ready?
I have no idea.
It's Abracadabra.
By who?
Brown Eyed Girls.
Really? Brown Eyed Girls. They're an older group.
Yeah, see, that's one I know.
Yeah, they're an older group.
How about na 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 itima na 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 na
I don't know. I bet you like all the Adobe people in there.
Maybe you guys know, because I actually forgot.
Oh yeah, Ralph.
That's my.
Oh yeah,
that's
Raul. Yeah, Raul. He knows a little bit about the first gen.
Ah,
sure.
Okay. Hey, we should do a music video together.
Music video.
Is there some plan?
Like we just want to do a lot of stuff. Like just give us the time. We're gonna do it. Like it's fun. So.
Yo, Amy came up with a great one. Sky Bay.
Sky
but
Bay.
It's like Sky 13A. I really like
Okay.
that. That's pretty cute. Sky Bay. Okay, that's great. And I vote for painting. Oh, these are great. Let's see. New Year goals. Okay, so we brought those in. Yeah, Marie Bell, check out Closet Share for sure. If you're in Korea, you should recommend. US has a lot more closet sharing apps and places you can check out. Guys, I believe in it so wholeheartedly, even to the point that I wish my closet was a closet share. If I had enough clothes and space, I would make my closet share for other people. So that's how much I believe in it. Okay. Let's see. So they're saying fashion, music, art, workouts, and daily life videos. Not much then.
Shiska Ihyori. Yo, I was so in love with her back in high school.
Yeah. Hey, Raul knew Abracadabra. Okay. Does anyone know that song? It has a rapper in it. Two girls. It's two girls.
I'm sure if I heard it, I would know. Oh, so another thing that we didn't even mention is
Amy.
our media business and venture. So what we want to do this year, and what we've already started doing actually, but we want to actually grow it this year and scale up, is a media business. And if you guys go to SkyCedi.com,
SkyCedi.com.
we actually have a website under the brand of SkyCedi.com and SkyCedi Media, where we want to work with brands and work with also even individuals who need certain media production work done. We are able to do it, and if not between the two of us, we have a network of people that we can accomplish the project together. So we have our portfolio that's constantly being updated on the website, and that's one thing that we're gonna heavily focus on this year. And I think it's gonna be really cool, really fun. So things like when we did Nike, things like that. It's gonna be us doing it through the business. So that's one thing that we're gonna focus on this year.
I have a question for you. Is SkyCedi your name, and I'm just like hanging out over here? Or is SkyCedi as a brand? Is it our name?
It's our name.
Really? I want to take your name.
It's okay. You can take it.
Because you worked hard and created it. Oh my gosh! I look like Pocahontas. Dimitri? I love Pocahontas.
Yeah?
Yeah, I loved her hair, and this is the thing. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna get really vulnerable here. This is my forehead shape, and I think it's really big. And I always thought it was very unattractive.
It's still forehead.
Anyway, especially this cut, I was like, oh, it's so unattractive. So I remember I would watch Pocahontas, and Pocahontas' forehead
Was it big?
is very similar to mine.
Oh.
And I was like, so I felt very encouraged by that. Hey, so thank you, I appreciate that.
It's funny.
Hey, do you think I look like Pocahontas?
Yeah, you're like Pocahontas and Mulan put together.
I love Mulan.
Both cartoons or Disney movies, which I have not seen in its entirety.
Why am I typing? I should talk. Yes, my forehead was a very big, what is the word? We say you're shy about something?
Kind of like complex or...
Yes, it's complex. It's complex. That's why I take hair vitamins.
Right. She takes hair vitamins, y'all.
I do, guys. I take hair vitamins.
Let's see. So,
I'm talking about my forehead. So embarrassing.
Becky is pretty tall, yeah.
Yeah.
So, let's answer some more questions. So, do you guys have any questions about us as a couple or us as individuals, or any questions about like some of the things that we discussed in terms of our goals,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
let us know.
You can ask those questions. By the way, Mulan, did I tell you? I told you. I went to go see the new Star Wars film over break with my family,
Mm-hmm.
and my sisters and I were watching, of course, we watched the previews. The Mulan one came out, and it was played, and we were watching it. And then right after it ended, we all looked at each other, and all of us were like wiping away tears. I don't know, it's so emotional.
Mm.
I can't wait to watch it, honestly. Yeah.
When does it come out?
Pocahontas, it's so crazy. That's the most Pocahontas things I ever heard about, ever.
Yeah, Pocahontas is pretty.
Did you know Pocahontas, she actually took the English name Rebecca when she went over to the old world? She took on the name Rebecca, and that's actually my real name. Rebecca.
I think you do.
Yeah. And another interesting about names. So my full name is Rebecca. Your full name is Cedric.
Mm-hmm.
And one of our early dates, so I was named after a book character. My dad named me after the book character from the book Ivanhoe, and her name is Rebecca. Okay, by Sir Walter Scott. It's an old novel. And Cedric, I asked Cedric, what does your name mean? He said, I don't know. So he looked it up, and it said Cedric was a name that was created for a character in the book Ivanhoe. Do you remember that?
I do remember. That's one of those like fate moments. It's like fate.
I'm not kidding. I felt
that's really
like
cool.
a weird chill through my body.
Mm.
And then I was stunned.
Mm.
And then you said, hey, even if we were fictional characters, we would have met.
Mm. Yeah, I think that was like perfect.
That was really sweet.
I haven't thought about that in so long.
Yes, we do.
Ish. Yes-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, Becky is definitely advanced level fluent. And I am, I would say, intermediate level. My understanding is a lot better than how I speak. But I don't know, speaking has gotten a little better since I've been here. Not nearly as much as I would like for it to have, being here for 2 years, but I'm not in a position where I have to use it like as if my life depended on it. I think that's the issue. Like especially at work, or like last year at my English camp when I was working as a teacher, we spoke English. So yeah, I don't think that really helped.
We have a great question in from Emily.
Okay.
This is a great question. Favorite books, podcasts, recommendations. Okay, why don't we start with books?
Okay. Why don't you start? Because you're like the book girl.
Okay, I love books.
Okay.
I guess it just depends on the kind of genre you want to read, right?
Mm-hmm.
I read a lot of fiction, tons of fiction, and of course, you can always start with the obvious fictions like Harry Potter. Can't knock that. I recently finished reading To Say Nothing of the Dog. It's British lit by Connie Willis. It's extremely tongue-in-cheek. It's about time travel. It's so fun and very clever. She also has 2 other good books called Blackout and All Clear, which is about time traveling back to World War II, which is also very fascinating. She does her research really well. If you like something a little more serious, you could read, let me think. I'm trying to think of some other stuff I've been reading. I love C.S. Lewis. I love philosophy. There's this great book where it says it's like philosophy explained through jokes, and it's very straightforward, and it kind of teaches you about philosophy through that in a little more digestible manner. So that's very good. And what am I reading these days?
She is always reading a book. She's never not reading.
Yeah, I download Scribd or Scribed. Their search option is not very excellent, but they have quite a lot of good books on there, and you can have an endless supply. Agatha Christie, if you like mysteries, that never goes out, and she always has tons of books. The Hercule Poirot part, those series are awesome. I'll just leave it there. But if you are curious, hey, you can find me on Goodreads. Did you know I'm like one of the top 20 users in Korea of Goodreads?
You did tell me that.
Yeah, I'm so proud of that. But you can head over to Goodreads. That's where you can see my list of everything. So you can see everything I've read, things I will read, and books I've rated.
So how many books are on Goodreads
I think
in terms of like what you've read?
I have over 500 right now. But
What am I doing with my life?
Hey, I included books like The Hungry Little Caterpillars.
Oh my gosh.
Things like that.
I don't think I've read 500 books in my life.
So, yeah, so you can check out Goodreads if you want more
I'm
book
like legit
recommends.
impressed.
As for podcasts, hey, what's my favorite podcast?
Things you should know. Stuff you should know?
Yeah.
Stuff you should know.
Stuff you should know. I listen to it all the time. I love Stuff You Should Know.
Okay.
Invisibilia also good.
Alright, so me is short and sweet. Probably one of my favorite books. I have a lot of good books that I've read over the scope of my life. Is Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, which is about financing, or not financing, but finances, personal finances, but it also talks a lot about investing money, specifically in real estate. So that's one of my favorite books because it was a game changer for my mindset and how I looked at money. So definitely check that out. If you guys are into like personal finance or you want to have a better understanding of how money works, a lot of it is philosophical, but a lot of it's very practical, then definitely recommend that book. So Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Podcasts. I haven't listened to podcasts for probably 2 or 3 years because I pretty much just watch YouTube and I consume podcast style content on YouTube, but there's always a video element to it. For example, Patriot Act, like things like that.
Patriot Act is good.
Right, but one of my last podcasts I used to listen to religiously was called Bigger Pockets podcast, which is about real estate investing.
Okay.
So that was very incredible for me. So I don't know how many of you guys would be interested in that out there. But that was one of the podcasts that I would listen to, and I used to listen to other ones. I forgot the name of one where they was talking about this one guy who was dating this Korean American girl, and basically he got locked up.
Serial. You're talking
Yeah,
about
Serial. So I listened to that, the first season that is.
Serial's very good.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's that. But most of my stuff is through YouTube.
Yeah, I think the kind of podcasts I like are the ones, either they're very creative in kind of a story form, or they're very informative. And I find that the podcast, the host's chemistry is very important. And that's why I really like Stuff You Should Know.
Yeah, Kobe, we do speak Korean to each other. Becky speaks Korean to me all the time. I type Korean to her, like when we're messaging most of the time, because I'm still like, it's really dumb, you know, I don't speak a lot of Korean as much as I
But
should.
you're very good.
Yeah, I should speak more.
I actually got him the Harry Potter books 1 and 2 in Korean so that we can read them together, so that he can practice.
Dimitri says, how's your Korean level compared to Michael? That's funny. I don't know. Mike is very good. He's been actively studying for years. So I don't know if we can really compare, but he's pretty good. And I'm very proud of Mike, man. Like as a friend, super proud of him because he puts himself out there, and he even started a Korean channel where he's going to be speaking Korean. He's done videos in Korean. So if you guys don't know who Michael is, he's another YouTuber, my friend. And he talks about Korean culture.
He's very sweet.
He is.
Yeah, he's really nice.
Very nice guy.
I like his big smile.
Everyone loves a smile. Parasite. I have not seen it, but even though all the big movies I need to see. But Parasite, that's something we should probably watch because the director just won. I guess was it just a Golden Globe award, or are there like specific categories in that award? I don't know, but he just won for director.
These comments are so cute. Hey, actually, I do want to address the one by my Helen143. Hello from New York City. I'd like to know, what are your short and long-term goals while in Korea?
Ooh,
so,
good one.
Yeah, because I saw this in one of your comments. People were saying, hey, do you feel like you achieved your goals that you have in Korea? And so I think what I wanted to know first, what were your original goals?
Okay.
How have you accomplished it, and how have they changed to your current goals?
Okay, so original goals. Before I moved here, one was to just assimilate into Korean culture and to really immerse myself in that side of me, because I lived in America my whole life, and so I wanted to immerse myself and also obviously get better at the Korean language, which is kind of a given, at least to me. And then career-wise, I wanted to focus on growing the YouTube channel. So growing the channel and just really branching off from the channel was always one of my top goals prior to moving here. And at the time, and I think it's changing a little bit, but I really wanted to pursue Korean entertainment, like be on TV as a, one of those like foreigners who are representing foreigners on Korean TV, but from the angle of being a half Korean. And I don't know if that's really a strong goal. I would like for that to happen, but that's not like my main pursuit,
Sure.
So my goals have changed a little bit. They've shifted a bit, but yeah, I still want to have a great degree of influence here in Korea. I think mainly probably through the YouTube channel and just through networking and getting to know people. And if I ever get on a platform like TV and actually have some sort of like consistent role, I'd be down for that.
Okay. I think you'd be great in drama.
Oh, really?
You'd be fun.
Oh, I just thought of another thing. Like, also, I wanted to get back into producing music. I'm a music producer, and so I wanted to originally produce for K-pop, but I don't think I want to anymore. Like, I think I want to do more independent, like produce for Becky. Things like that.
We have one from 감자. 계속 한국에서 사실 건가요? 지금은 일이 잘 되어가고 있어서 일단은 갈 생각이 없어요. 뭐 여행하면서 일하고 싶고 한국에서도 일이 계속 들어오면 계속 여기서 일할 거고.
So I guess it just depends on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like if things are popping here, then we stay. And I say we because like I think we are a team, but I know you feel. But yeah, I say for the foreseeable future.
Yeah,
right?
I guess so.
But we're flexible and open to traveling, especially like for like work
맞아요.
and doing projects. Like it'd be cool. Like if we have like a project we want to work on that takes us away for a few months, let's do it.
Sure. Yeah, we don't want to be tied to one place. So 저희 생각은 한국은 일단 headquarters처럼 이렇게 만들어놓고, and then kind of flexible하게 하고 여행하면서 또 우리 부모님은 다 미국에 계셔요.
Right.
So
Our family still
right,
lives
it's
in Korea or
important.
in the States.
Important to be able to go visit them.
Yeah. A very good question.
So now we have
Got tons of questions. Huh?
from Dimitri. Becky, when you go to a shop, or when you both go to a shop, do Korean people try to speak to you first because they think that he is a foreigner? That's a very interesting question, actually. Because even in my case, you're going to have people, very mixed reactions. For example, I went to a bookstore yesterday, Arkin Books, great. I went to the 중고점, and the guy there, like, I was talking to my friend, and he came over, and he was like, "Do you speak Korean? Do you speak Korean?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And I said, "In Korean." And he was like, "Do you speak Korean?" He asked me again. I said, "Yes, I speak in Korean." And then he said, "Okay, this is a no talking zone." I was like, "Okay, thanks." And they left. But I found it interesting that he still did a double take, like making sure I really spoke Korean, even though I was speaking to him in Korean. Other times I go to a place, and if I speak in English, people are like, "Hang on, you speak English?" So it's all about people's, everyone has different perception on what they think a Korean should look like or a foreigner should look like.
Right, but people will tend to speak, like, especially if we go to a restaurant or something or a store, and if like Becky speaks Korean first, they will tend to just dialogue with her and not with me.
But you're understanding everything, so yeah.
I'm used to it.
Okay, we have asking me to sing. Come on, guys. We gotta wait for the 2020 album.
Is there anything on my Instagram with you singing? Oh, you could probably like go to her Instagram and just.
Oh yeah, I have a couple
Yeah,
things.
she's got stuff.
Yeah. And then we have, do you have degrees? If so, what did you study, majors and minors?
Ooh. I studied, let's see, I have an associate degree in organizational communication and leadership. I got back in 2000. And so I got that, worked for a couple of years after that. And then I completed my undergrad and got a degree in psychology. I didn't have a minor though.
I had a minor
For my associate. Well, it's really weird. It was like I had a concentration. I had the main concentration, and then I guess it was enough for minor credits to say I had a minor in leadership. But yeah, for my overall bachelor's degree, just psychology.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So now
Mhm.
you can psychoanalyze everything.
No, not at all.
I studied international community development, and then I got a degree in pre-law and writing. I was interested in being an international lawyer. That was something I was really interested in, and especially the issue of human trafficking. And still, I'm very passionate about that. Just, I do believe that there are ways that my interests, like in the entertainment field, can also combine with righting human wrongs that are happening on an international scale. So that's why I studied that degree, and no regrets.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very good question.
That's a good question. Let's see. You make a great death god in Tokebi.
Oh, really? Who, me?
Tokebi drama? That's so funny. Yeah. You would make a good one.
Oh, actually, let me address Kobe's comment. If you like Rich Dad Poor Dad, check out Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Yeah, I actually, because that's a pretty big book. I know exactly what you're talking about. I actually listened to the audiobook version of that, and very, very good. I'm glad you know about those books, man. It's very powerful, like mindset stuff. A lot of business people, especially like modern day business people, they like to get into stuff like that. Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, I'll check that out. We have both of your families met video chatting with the two of you?
No, not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah, they. I think her mom. Was it your mom that technically invited my mom and myself to come over for Christmas?
She did. It was very surprising.
Yeah, because we were both in the States for the Christmas holidays, and we're not too far from each other. I mean, still kind of far, but 5-hour drive from each other. So we were in the States at the same time, but we never ended up like meeting as far as like our families.
No. Then we had hello Sky Becky. It's good to hear from you. What are your hobbies as a couple in your spare time when you're not so busy? Do you plan to travel more together? And will you ever go see mom again? Okay.
What's that? Sweet sensation.
Yeah. Thank you, Sweet Sensation.
Yeah.
Well, our hobbies as a couple in our spare time when you're not so busy.
Well, we've already kind of talked about it. Sometimes we'll work out together.
We don't like sewing.
Yeah. Or we don't paint together. We like to do. We like to take pictures, both of us, both as a photographer and also in front of the camera. Her more so in front of the camera. And
I like to bake.
we like to,
5-11.
but we don't do that together.
Oh, right.
What else? I mean, we like to shoot all the time, like either random videos or like actual legit professional videos. We like to do that.
And go around places.
Watch movies.
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Walk. Just walk. Yeah, we like to do those.
I mean, we do a lot of stuff together. We try out different restaurants and hang at cafes. But I guess that's mostly like while we're working also. I think we have a problem.
Yeah.
Because we're always working, and then hobbies we do together is walking
Right.
and photo shooting.
Yeah. Hopefully that will change.
We'll build some new ones.
Mhm.
Do you plan to travel more together? Yeah.
Of course. Definitely this year. We traveled down south.
Y'all too.
Yeah, we did that. That was really fun. Again, because of I think time and also scheduling, we haven't traveled too much last year. But yeah, we're not necessarily in a rush, but we'd like to make that a consistent part.
Sure. I'm from California. Have you guys been to Singapore?
I have
Not yet, Darren. I would really love to.
I heard it's expensive, yeah.
Singapore, I think, has
But it's beautiful. I know it's beautiful.
the biggest pool in the world, I think,
Oh yeah.
on one of their roofs. It's kind of this huge pool. That'll be fun to see. And they also have this style of architectural building. I watched this in a TED Talk. Remember I told you how if you say you want to be a landlord, and I said you have to build it in the building style where everyone has their own little veranda where they can have a garden and lots of sunlight that comes in. It's a very specific architectural type, and they have that building in Singapore.
Oh.
It's very expensive to live there, but they're making beautiful living places for people. Would love to visit Singapore. And let's see, oh, Trinity, studying human rights law. That's pretty cool. I don't know how I feel about law school in itself, but I do think that we should be aware of laws and our rights. So whatever you're studying, I wish you the best luck with that. SkyCedi, does your mom have plans to return to Korea? I think one of your most popular vlogs was your mom telling her love story.
Yeah, that's one. I love that because like that was just me as a son capturing that story because my mom's getting older, and so I wanted to make sure I capture that. But two, I think that was very helpful for people. But I think my mom doesn't have any plans to come this year. Hopefully next year. And if she comes, we'll definitely film more together. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. And your mom seems to be pretty open about it. Nobody in my family's open. They're like, why do you do videos all the time? Okay, this one I really love. This is from the King Liwei. Hello, Becky. Since I'm on vacation in the Philippines, is there a chance about doing something about Filipinos in your videos? There are 30,000 abandoned half Korean, half Filipino kids here. I've actually heard about this, and I would love to cover that. I think the hardest part about finding, small populations in this case, because there will be like pockets of half Korean kids around the world in odd places due to this or that reason. And the hardest part is getting in touch, one, and getting people who are willing to talk and share their story, because it can be very sensitive and difficult. But it is something that's on my map, let's say. And if you do have connections with that, let me know. And like I said, we'd love to go visit the Philippines at some point, so maybe we could work that into an agenda somehow. So, thank you.
Sure.
What do you guys like about each other?
She's pretty talented, funny, quirky. You guys have not seen the quirky side of her. And she's very, very generous and very caring about people. She's way more sensitive than she gives herself credit for, and also empathetic. And she can sing. She's very musical. She worries, or she's concerned about her health. Not about like, oh my god. I should wear that differently. She wants to take care of her health. And she makes me laugh all the time. And like I've not once ever felt like I got tired of her. Like it's like, okay, I want to get away from you right now.
Okay.
Some people feel like that, as a couple, and they need their space, and that's cool. But I've yet to feel that. So she's showing you her muscles, the result of her good health.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you put me on the spot because you said so many nice things. So.
She can't think of it.
I wrote a list when I was in high school.
Okay.
I don't believe in people, because some people will write like, you should write a list of your perfect man and then pray about it. I just saw myself showing off my muscle. I know I did that, I'm sorry. You should make a list about what you want in a man, and then you should pray about it. God's gonna bring you that perfect man, right? So these are like things you'll hear. And I can't say it's not true, right? But I was always like, oh well, if he has this, it's great. Besides somebody who shares the same values as me, somebody who works harder than me, somebody who can keep up with me and my energy, and can teach me new things all the time, I really love an intelligent man. And he had to, so this is some of my list, so funny when I think about it, because I wanted him to be taller than me, which is, frankly a little bit hard with my height. He had to be taller than me, and I wanted him to have dark curly hair, okay, dark curly hair, and I love teeth. I love teeth. Straight. It doesn't have to be straight. There's just certain teeth I love, and I love your teeth. So there was something that really caught me, okay? Teeth.
Okay.
He had to be musical. Like, he had to hold a pitch. He had to know what's a good sound. He had to play guitar and drums and piano. I know, this was on my list. And he does. I did put harmonica on there, but that was just like a short term.
I could play it. I don't know how to play. Just like blow and just like.
And he had to be, he had to care about how he looked. He had to take care of himself. He had to be more concerned about fitness and health than even me. And he had to be open and be able to speak and understand English and Korean. It's kind of crazy to think that
Check all those boxes.
you had all those things.
It's crazy.
It's
Mm.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty extreme as a person when it comes to like doing things, and I don't know.
I love that.
But it worked out. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah, these
there's
questions are fun.
so many nice comments in here. I really appreciate this.
We've been streaming for 85 minutes, almost an hour and a half.
Oh my gosh! Time went so
Yo,
fast.
I'm glad that you guys are enjoying this though.
Who is the better cook? Do you know
I don't
that?
like cooking.
I don't like cooking. I mean, I could cook if I wanted to. Like, if I wanted to look up a recipe and prepare stuff, I think I would be okay, like, at cooking. But I don't like to. I just don't find any pleasure in it, and so I don't cook.
Hey, look at this. Demetra asked a great question. SkyCedi, did you have a dark Mongolian spot on your butt when you were a baby? It's an Asian feature. Actually, this is true. And I think this goes back to, like, Genghis Khan. He actually was very prolific with his offspring. And so a lot of people, even in Korea, are related to the Mongolian bloodline, like way back when. And so many or almost all Mongolian babies are born with a blue spot on their buttocks. And my friends all did. And so, did you?
I don't know. I need to ask my mom. I have some baby pictures though. Little
You
naked
can
baby
check.
pictures.
Because sometimes it disappears over time, I think. I don't think you keep it forever.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's a good question.
Did we just get a super chat?
Oh
my
okay.
gosh.
Mama Bint and Mama Sedi need to get together. What does that mean?
Oh, Peter's mom.
Oh, okay.
Wow, we just.
Let's see. What are your zodiac signs? Do you know your zodiac sign?
First of all, we just have to say thank you to Dimitri. Thank you. We got about $10.
Dimitri, it's so sweet
Thank
of
you.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Really
we definitely.
appreciate
Yeah. So let's address Dimitri's question first. Let's see.
What Korean food do you both love, and what Korean food one of you hates and the other one loves?
Hates and loves. Oh, that's a good one. I.
Sorry, guys.
We've talked about this before. We both agree that Korean food is probably one of the, at least in our experience, is one of the most dynamic foods when it comes to like different styles and kinds and different meats and veggies and just like banchan or side dishes. My favorites will have to be samgyeopsal. So I guess pork. What do you call it? Like just pork.
Pork belly?
Pork belly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the more modern Korean style chicken, like the fried chicken. I like any sort of Korean barbecue, galbi, 닭갈비, or chicken, like chicken and meat.
Yes, it's funny because earlier in the video you were like, "Going vegan."
That's all meat.
I'm eating all these vegetables.
Right. I like bibimbap too,
Yeah.
with meat in
I
it.
think you like bibimbap more than I do.
Yeah.
된장찌개. I love 된장찌개. I love kimchi-jjigae, really good kimchi-jjigae. And I like. What else? What else do you like?
What do you? Let's see.
I don't like 단무지.
What do you like that I don't like? Korean food-wise?
Spinach?
No, I like it. I like spinach.
오징어.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't like it because I'm allergic to it.
Right.
I think if I wasn't allergic to it, I would eat it. I wouldn't eat it as like my favorite food, but it would just be like fish in the fish category.
I love fish.
Okay, so that's a good like
And
opposite.
you like 단무지 and I don't like 단무지.
Oh yes. So that's like the pickled radish.
It's the yellow one that you'll find in kimbap.
Yeah, I love it actually. Okay, very good question.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you so much again, Dimitri, for that.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
If this ever happens again,
Mhm.
like a money donation, we should have like a special thing that we do.
Okay. Oh, that's a good idea.
What should we do, guys? We could jump up and cheer, or
Do a dance.
we could write a rap right now.
like a freestyle.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Something that we can do to celebrate this moment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Someone, you guys
Alright.
think about something. Going back, this actually was Dimitri's question earlier.
Mhm.
What are your zodiac signs?
I have no idea.
What year are you?
I'm 85, born February 23rd.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just said that. I don't know.
Because I've never ever paid attention to zodiac signs or followed it, so I don't even know what my sign is. Like probably every couple of years, I would find out what it is. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm that.
Oh.
But then I just kind of forget,
Mm.
so I forgot.
I'm the Taurus.
I'm the Taurus.
Oh really?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll look it up. But we can go to the next question.
Netizens arrest. What a great handle. Whichever posted testimony vid. I love hearing people's stories and how they personally came to Christ. Okay. That's actually a really good question.
Pisces. I'm Pisces.
What is a Pisces?
It's my zodiac sign.
You look like a fish. Is that fish?
It looks like a shrimp or something. I don't know.
Oh man. Okay, well, that's the testimony videos. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Well, it is obvious. I think we both are Christians and we both do go to church. I think rather than touting it as a badge of honor, it's just kind of like this is how we live our lives, pretty much.
Right. That's a good idea though.
Yeah. When did you guys become a couple?
April 15th, 2019. But we were like, I guess what we used to call it in the States, we were like talking and stuff. We were talking for a little while. Hanging out,
We were talking.
liking each other.
Did you like me first?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did I? I did.
You did.
But it kind of happened around the same time, maybe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know it's gonna be a year in April.
Mhm. So right now we're at 9 months almost.
Hey guys, what should we do for a
8
year
months?
anniversary? I feel like I'm putting a lot of pressure on you guys. Let's see. Hi Jody, thanks for coming on in. We're happy you're here.
Hi, Jody.
Oh, Emily, I totally agree with the dream list, man list, and my mom telling me to pray for him. Still do, but I agree that personalities and values are most important. I do agree with that. And also, I just find that like sometimes similar hobbies, or you find certain aspects more attractive than other aspects. But it's good to be open-minded because, you might find something.
Right. Can you guys hear?
Can you hear us? What happened?
The battery.
The battery died!
Can you just make a note?
Oh my word!
Yeah, just make a note.
Okay.
It's no problem. Because I don't think the mic is working.
Wait like 45 seconds. Oh man.
Is that normal?
Is that normal?
We're back.
Okay, we're back. Hang tight. The screen will turn on for you. Don't leave. I won't say that. I don't want to threaten people. Okay. Margaret asked a good question.
Okay.
Can you see us?
Yeah, we're back live.
And we're back.
Sorry guys, my battery died because we've been streaming for like 90-some minutes.
It's a very long time.
Yeah, so we're good for another 90 minutes with this battery.
Have you both adjusted to the smaller living spaces in Korea?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I have. I'm pretty adaptable when it comes to living spaces as long as it's clean and I can keep things organized. I'm pretty adaptable. Though my spot in Daejeon was quite huge last year, but now my spot here, as you can see, this is pretty much
Very
everything.
nice.
Yeah, and then about 4 or 5 feet ahead of me is the window, and so that's pretty much the length of my apartment. And then the bathroom is right over there, and that's it. But I've gotten used to it. It's not too bad.
My house is a square room. Everything's white. My furniture is white. By furniture, I mean my mattress and my
You don't have furniture.
closet.
Mm.
The walls are white. My curtains are a very pretty pastel pink. And I have no decorations. I have nothing in there. It sounds so awful.
Yeah.
But honestly, I like it a lot. and so inexpensive, but the area I live in is great. So saving a lot of costs on my living since I'm rarely home. Yeah, I'm very minimal. Thanks for waiting, everybody. Yay! Okay. I plan on moving to Korea from Canada. Is there anything you can suggest if it's a good idea to come there from Ace?
Okay, so moving.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
As far as suggestions,
like places to live, areas to live, things to do. If it's a good idea.
It's a good idea to come.
Oh, well, I guess it just really depends because, yeah, obviously everyone is going to be different. It depends on what you do, what your expectations are versus what your understanding of the reality of living here would be. You know, obviously you won't know how it is until you move here, but, you know, a lot of people have this certain, like, expectation of Korea that once they move here, they're like, oh, I didn't, know it was going to be like this, or like, I didn't know that the food was going to be like this. Like, here's the thing that I think a lot of foreigners, this is a small thing, a lot of foreigners who come to Korea for the first time and they live here, they complain about how sweet everything is, and like here's the thing, if they go to a bakery or if they go to like a pizza place and they get pizza, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be different from the pizza and the bakeries that you'll get in the West. It's going to be Koreanized, right? And so just as long as you can expect that there are going to be modifications to the things that you know, and you don't let that get to you, you'll be okay.
Here, asking from your EPIC program. I never did EPIC, but here's the thing for people who consider being a teacher coming to Korea. Honestly, some people love it. But here's something to remember is that you're teaching. Like, I think sometimes people take it as, hey, it's a great, easy job, I'll have my housing provided for me, and I'll be paid really well, and all I have to do is hang out with kids all day. Guys, it's exhausting, and you are teaching children. Like, don't take that lightly. And again, then you have to deal with the Korean hierarchy structure, which often happens in academies or hagwons where you're working. And on top of that, because you're holding down a full-time job to keep your visa, so it's going to be really hard for you to get out and do other things unless it's in the evening or on the weekends. That's another thing to keep in mind. And also with the visa status that you have, it can prevent you from doing other things that you want to do because your visa will limit you into teaching. So just be really aware of those things and think like, is this something that I really want, and am I willing to give up certain aspects in order to come to Korea to enjoy other excellent aspects?
Right. So with the proper mindset, I think it'll just be phenomenal, especially as an EPIC teacher. As long as you have the right mindset of teaching and doing a good job while you're at your job, then you'll have plenty of time to enjoy other aspects. You have plenty of time to, I don't know your financial situation, but you have plenty of time to spend the money that you'll earn from here to like invest in cultural experiences, because housing is paid for and the cost of living in Korea, even in Seoul, compared to the States in many areas, is a lot lower. Especially when your housing is covered, you're good. You'll have all this extra money. So yeah.
Dimitri.
Dimitri.
All right, he deserves something.
Okay, what we gonna do? We gonna dance?
Yeah, we're gonna dance.
Dance?
Okay, ready?
We gonna dance?
I'm gonna do the robot.
Hey, for Dimitri. Hey. Sorry.
Sit down. Hey, how was that?
Inappropriate.
How was that? Okay, Dimitri,
inappropriate.
that's so appreciated. And we gotta think of something better to do.
Yeah. So
I don't want people tuning in the live stream right that moment and they see you.
Right. Or demonetize. You're gonna demonetize
That was
this channel.
awesome. Thank you so
yeah.
much.
By the way, if you guys do decide to, actually send money to us, thank you so much. We'll definitely use it wisely.
Yeah.
And we want to invest in this channel because
we want to give back to you.
Right. So it takes a lot of like time, money, and resources to do what we do, to offer value and to make these videos and things. So we're gonna definitely make sure we put it to good use. So thank you. And if you guys want to super chat it up or send us money, feel free to do that, and we'll dance some more for you.
Hey, speaking of money, so Emily was asking about my living costs. No problem talking about that. I've actually lived in the worst of situations to where I am now, which is the best I've been so far. Depending on what you choose. So I've always lived in single one rooms, and then on one occasion I stayed with roommates. Plus and downs to everything, but so I've, depending on what part of the city you're living in also, and if you choose the rooftop style, or if you want just one room, or if you want to live in like panjia, like kind of basement level or half basement level, that will impact the cost. So I lived in a half basement level in Naksamdae area, which is not highly developed, and that was significantly cheaper. My down payment was 3,000 USD, and then I was paying 350 a month. That's significantly cheap, and the room itself was quite cozy, but panjia, so you have to deal with humidity and dust, so that's something to consider. Then I also lived on a rooftop. The rooftop was 1,000 down payment, and I was paying 300 a month. So cheap. However, the kitchen is partly exposed, so in the summer extremely hot, in the winter extremely cold. My bathroom was tiny and only cold water came out of it, so I had to go shower at the gym every day, which inspired me to work out. So
what do you mean exposed? Like it's like open to the elements?
It isn't entirely open, but it's not like packed in walls, right?
Wow.
It's pretty much all open window.
Right.
So in spring and fall, it's great to cook up there, but that's something to consider. The area that I live in now, I am living in a one room in a very beautiful part of the city. It's also a very hot spot. So even though my room is quite stark, it serves all my purposes. I paid 5,000 USD for down payment and then 500 per month. And it's higher than what I paid before. However, it's much better. So, I mean, if you are very wise, you can find a place that's totally worth your money. I love it. I hope that answers
Very cool.
your question.
Happy New Year, Carolyn.
Happy New Year!
Dimitri says, do people outside of Korea often ask you from what Korea you're from, north or south? And of course, there's many people who get that they're tired of it. Also, I am kind of chubby, and I was often asked to dance Gangnam Style. It was called Kim Jong-un from time to time.
Yeah,
that's very ignorant,
Yeah.
stupid. So hopefully you don't let that get to you.
Sure.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a lot, but here and there I'll hear like people who don't know much about Korea. They'll say north or south. So they don't know what's going on economically or politically or geographically with Korea if they ask that. One girl thought, right before I moved here, I told her, she was a coworker, I told her I was moving to Korea, and she was like, is that in South America? So like sometimes people just don't know, but like for them to like tell you to dance like Gangnam Style, that's like really stupid. Yeah.
Also, Korea, honestly, I would say in the past 5 to 10 years has really taken international notice, and most recently especially. I mean, prior to that, people rarely thought about Korea. It was hardly known, and historically it was the hermit kingdom, where it was closed off to the outside world. So there's all of that, and the most news that you're going to hear about Korea is North Korea. So I can understand why some people who don't actively look into it might not know about that. So just keeping that in mind, basically. But for sure, I've had people ask me, North or South Korea.
Yeah. And by the way, just side note, and we'll get to more of the questions. When it comes to Korea having remnants of being a hermit country and just having the history that it has, I think eventually it would be interesting for us to deal with topics of why Koreans are so discriminatory, why Koreans are so like about the bloodline, why Koreans are very ignorant about certain things, especially when it comes to other cultures. Because we hear all the time like, oh, it's the internet age, they have the fastest internet, there's no excuse for them to not know. And on one hand, I get that, but on the other hand, I mean, there are reasons. Like, Korea is such an established country, and they established themselves in such a short period of time and grew so fast that they have everything that they need here. They're self-sustainable, and what I mean by that is obviously like like you need other countries and stuff economically and globally, but like they're self-sustained. They built themselves up and they have everything that they need here. So growing up here, there's not much of a need to like look outwards as much. So things like that we want to deal with, because a lot of times people will just write off Koreans as racist, in which a lot of Koreans are racist, but a lot of it is stemmed through ignorance. Not all the time. Some people are just straight up hateful. It is what it is. But there are always reasons why people act the way they act. So we're going to do more research and digging into that.
Yeah.
And of all people, like, we can definitely speak on that because we've been on the receiving end of like the discrimination and the negative stereotypes. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah. Hey, Reem asked, how rare is it to come across another Halfie? It depends on where you are. You know, I feel like a lot of times Half Koreans, huge history stemming from the U.S. military, basically. So, you know, if you're hanging around the U.S. military, especially U.S. military here in Korea, you're bound to meet other Half Koreans. Myself, growing up, I didn't meet so many, to be honest. Hardly any. And especially in school, I moved around a lot growing up. I never went to school with another Half Korean, ever, now that I think about it. So I would just hang with like the Korean crowd or my white friends. It was like that. In Korea, it's a little bit different. I feel like you're going to find more Halfies who are kind of like us, in a way, drawn to Korea, curious about one side of our parentage. And so then you're more likely to meet more. And then now, of course, doing the Halfie project, suddenly I'm meeting people everywhere. But I can't say it's common.
For me, it was common growing up.
Yeah.
Like, I knew Half Koreans everywhere I went. But I grew up around military base, and a lot of my friends are half Korean, half black, half white, half Hispanic, like half Puerto Rican. So it's very common for me. So whenever people are shocked that I'm half Korean because they, you know, to them they don't come across half Koreans, it's really weird for me. Like, it's so normal for me. But obviously in Becky's experience, a little different.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, we have questions. Oh my gosh. Okay, Margaret, have you met anyone who has escaped from North Korea? Yes. And actually, we were friends. I can see through that relationship that there are a lot of complexities and difficulties in having North Korean refugees coming to South Korea. It's not so easy as saying, hey, we're one nation, come back home, because they have a different culture, even a different way of speaking, and different way of thinking. And so trying to incorporate that with South Korean culture is very difficult. And frankly, South Korea's infrastructure and attitude is not set for, if there's a fall in North Korea, for incorporating and bringing North Koreans into South Korea and making it a healthy environment. That's honestly a totally different topic. But long story short, yes. Do you have dual citizenship? No. I don't.
No. I would like to have dual eventually, but I'm not in a rush to get it because we both have F4 visas because we are half Korean.
Right.
So to do what we need to do here, to have jobs, even start businesses, we're good. We just can't vote, and there are a couple of other little specifics that we don't have certain privileges that a citizen would. But I think eventually, at least for me, I would like to have it, just to have the flexibility.
Yeah.
And to make the airport experience, you know, very flexible. I'll choose a shorter line based on like the the passport.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. As for establishing ourselves as residents here, I feel like resident, frankly. This is the longest I've ever lived in one place. Seoul. I've never lived in one place for extended period of time because I was always moving around. So very difficult to say what is home. But I would say for now, Seoul. I feel like resident here. Dual citizenship? I don't know. I mean, I'd love to visit North Korea for sure, but I think with the way we look, and then also continue American citizenship, it's impossible.
Let's see. Well, you know, there are ways to, like, for American citizens to travel into North Korea, like through certain organizations or groups.
Like tourists?
I'm very curious as to like how life is over there, but I don't know if I would want to, like, it's not on top of my list to visit or on my bucket list either. Things would have to change a little bit because, like, if you go over, you're, like, you can't, it's not like you can, like, just take your phone and just, like, take pictures. And
No.
they search every single little thing for you that you bring.
Another interesting thing is that it's kind of a lot of things in North Korea at some parts are set up. It's kind of a facade. So, for example, there's no official like religion allowed in North Korea, right? But then people will be like, "Don't you have churches there?" And they say, "Yes, we have churches. Look at our church and all these people worshiping at church." But it's not a real place. It's kind of like a show. Yeah. So those are some things. But again, like North Korea, like obviously we would have to do more research on that. And I'd love to if you guys have specific questions. But it's a mysterious country for many reasons.
Yeah. Let's see.
Samchun. Sounds like Samchun. Samchun. South Korea is becoming multicultural, more interracial marriages. Therefore, South Korea will no longer be a homogenous country.
I think that's where it would eventually lead. I think it's going to take a while, but yeah, for sure. Because I forgot the stats, so I'm not going to even attempt to like cite it for you guys. But yeah, it was something like at a certain point, in a certain year, it's estimated that 25% of
2019. This was one of Korea Times' most popular articles of 2019, addressing this specific issue: multicultural marriages and mixed babies being born in Korea.
Do you remember like the stats that they gave?
I don't remember the exact numbers, but basically it was saying the highest percentage of babies that were born in 2019 were from multicultural families. And then it was also pointing out that Korea's infrastructure, education system, and social mindset is not yet accepting of mixed Koreans.
Yeah.
So that being said, perhaps South Korea will become, not so homogenous, and it seems to be that's the trend. The other question, though, is how are we going to address that and accept that, and is that going to be part of the education system? Like, do we need to point this out and make it obvious thing to talk about,
right,
to help accept these kids?
Right. So it's a long way to go from my perspective.
Yeah.
But I think it's got to head there. Like it's inevitable at this point because Korea has opened its doors within the last few decades, and more foreigners are coming here to live. It's inevitable. Plus with K-pop and everybody like really having I guess a magnifying glass on Korean culture,
and also Korean women choosing more often than not to not get married and not have kids.
Yeah.
So this is also impactful, and so guys bring in foreign brides, right? Can't dispute how they bring in foreign brides. Obviously there can be a lot of unknown certain factors about that. But that being said, still there's more and more mixed families now. And is Korea ready to accept that?
Right. And so I think we're going to be documenting that, together, but also through Halfie Project, especially.
Yeah, that's very specific to us, what we do on Halfie Project.
Yeah, so how long does it take for you to get your visa with the EPIC program? Just a couple of weeks. I just had to send my passport into the, this is when I was living in America. I don't know what country you're from, but I just sent it to the Korean embassy. And I think I overnighted it. So within maybe a week or two, I got my E2 visa back, and that was it. And then I guess with the E2 visa, you're very limited to just teaching through the EPIC program or any sort of teaching like English position, like at a Hagwon is an E2 visa. And if you ever wanted to get more benefits as a foreigner, you'd have to get either an F2 visa or an F6 visa, eventually maybe an F5 visa, which F6 is if you marry a Korean, you're eligible to get that visa. F2 is if you stay in Korea for a certain amount of time, you get enough like points because there's a point system of like how you should qualify. And F5 is more permanent residency, so that's kind of like the golden ticket of visas for foreigners. So it takes a while, but you won't ever have like the same, rights as a Korean citizen. You won't be able to vote or anything like that. But getting your E2 visa does not take that long. NICU parents was telling Dimitri that her kids have spots and they are half Korean. I guess with booty spots.
Yeah. There's a question down here that asks from Netizens Arrest. You know, Netizens Arrest sounds like a drama name.
Yeah.
Netizens Arrest. And you have like the people come out. Okay. Have you learned anything about yourselves through your relationship with each other? Lots of things.
Hmm.
What have you learned? Have you learned anything?
About myself.
About myself, about each other, or through just about like ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned that I'm not really good with conflict when it comes to my significant other. Yeah, I'm not that good with conflict, like, because I haven't had to deal with a lot of conflict. No, that's not true. I've dealt with a lot of different types of conflict, but like with the significant other, I haven't had to deal with a lot of like conflict. Like I haven't had a lot of practice.
I feel like you just said conflict
I
like
did,
12
many
times in like a 30-second span.
Yeah, so Becky's much better at dealing with conflict and actually speaking and talking through it, whereas me, I'm horrible at it, right?
No, you're not
I'm bad at it. So I've learned that about myself, and it's something for me to be able to get better at.
I think that's just a matter of a relationship. I feel like every couple learns that, how to deal with conflict with each other. Because it's different, for sure. I learned a lot about camera gear.
That's good. That's true.
I've also learned how to work harder. I mean, I'm a hard worker, but you're a hard worker. Like Sweet Sensations would say, "You're a hard worker!"
Exclamation point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned how to be a harder worker, I think. And also, how to, so my style of speaking can be very, not aggressive, I think, but it can be just like pointed and lay out the facts, right? And then prove my point, and I'm going to persuade you and make you believe that what I'm saying is correct, right? Not very soft, unless I'm actively trying to be. And you're a very soft speaker.
Mm-hmm.
You're very extremely accommodating, and I'm not always. So those are what? Those are things that I've learned about myself.
Yeah. I've learned. I mean, cause like I've never like dated. I haven't had too many relationships over the scope of my life, but I've never dated anyone with Becky's personality. So.
And you never will again.
I never will again. And so, like, just learning how to deal with, like, our relationship dynamics is just, you're relearning.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of conflict. We work very well together, but the times we do, like, we're learning how to work through it.
Yes. We can do it. We have,
going on 2 hours.
Oh, my Helen, I'm interested in knowing what does it seem like South Koreans don't like North Koreans. We can't make blanket statements. It's complex history, and more often than not, different generations have different thoughts about it. The generation that was separated from their own families due to the war still are alive. And then, the generation that survived through the Korean War or were kids during that time and growing up now, like my own Halfie, my grandmother, I've never actually asked her, what she thinks about it. I think with the younger generation, again, all of this is just purely what I have heard, not actually looking at official stats or surveys. Sometimes you're going to have some camps that say like, hey, just let them live their own life. They're different people now. And then you have camps that say, we're one people that have been separated due to bigger powers than the individual. What camp do you fall into? And I don't think that actually makes you individually dislike. Say I ran into a North Korean in the street, I wouldn't be like, you're North Korean, I dislike you, right? I don't think it's as simple as that. So yeah, it's a very complicated topic.
Yeah,
I don't feel there's hatred.
No, I don't think there's hatred
Like
because I
brothers,
think
sisters.
people understand the nature of what happened. Young and old generation. Old generation generations have lived through it and have suffered through it. That's why there's a very big disconnect with younger generation because that's like we're talking maybe a generation to 2 generations apart. Like for example, my mom was born right around that time, so she remembers. So she's like, I mean, she was born, like she lived and grew up after the separation, so she didn't feel the impacts of it versus like my grandma, who actually had family and people that she knew from the North Korean side that was separated. So like my grandma's generation, she's no longer here, but she was born in 1920. She would have a totally different perspective and outlook, I'm sure, because a lot of people, they still know that they have family there,
Right.
that they were separated. So, of course, like from the human side, like, of course they would want things to work out for there to be unification. The younger generation, they're like, we're in literally two different worlds. Language has, though it's the same language, it's still a little different. The way to look at things is different, the way to operate. So that's a very, and I'm not qualified to give a definite answer on this,
Sure.
but yeah, like I think it just really depends. And a good video to watch would be Asian Boss. They did a video, I think it was released last year, or maybe 2 years ago, about them doing street interviews, asking Koreans how they felt about unification.
Mm-hmm.
And you see varying different answers for different reasons. So check that out if you want to kind of dig into it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Asian Boss.
Yeah. Okay, we have Niku, parent. My kids see more half Koreans with white, but not half. Oh, my kids see more half Koreans with white, but not half Koreans with black. Similar to myself, I never see a lot of half Indian with black. I see a lot of mixed, just not the same as myself and my kids. Yeah, I mean, very unique blends. People fall in love with all kinds of people. And so, obviously, you know, when it comes to mixed race people, kids, it's just going to be harder to find someone who looks like you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty much the long and short of it. Not a bad thing. And it makes you unique. And I think, of course, it's just going to change as the world becomes more and more globalized and people travel more and get more open-minded about dating different races. So, I mean, what more can you say about that?
Right. No, we hit the nail on the head. It really just depends on the areas too. Like,
Sure.
Because there's a lot. Again, I grew up around a lot of half Korean mixed with everything.
I didn't.
So.
Yeah. Half Korean, half black too. You might be the first I actually officially met.
I knew so many half Korean, half black.
I never met anybody. Wow.
Yeah, so it just really depends on location and just like your circle, right?
Yeah. Lisa asked a very good one. Lisa says GTO.
Okay.
Have you met any of your Korean family while in Korea? Do they accept you?
My answer is short because most of my family migrated to the U.S. in the 80s, and immediate family, that is, like my mom and her siblings, and her mother as well, my grandma. We obviously have distant family here, but we lost contact decades ago. So, and my mom's not really close to them, so she's not really trying to reach out to them or anything like that. So for me, I don't know of any family here.
Yeah, my family is still here. They all still live pretty much in the same area, and I see them multiple times a year. I still remember, well, I visited when I was quite younger, and then also when I was 16, I stayed with my halmoni for a summer and my uncle. So I'm closer with some than others. It's just like any other family, honestly. Yeah. That's such a good question. You know, I'm not sure what to say about that. Because, you know, when they introduce me to other people, they always say, like, this is my niece, this is my granddaughter, this is my cousin, this is how they'll refer to me. But I remember when we were on the plane trip over with my auntie, and I was translating for another Korean lady who was on the flight because she didn't speak English, and the flight attendant was speaking to her in English. And the lady said, she's like, oh, I'm so glad I'm sitting next to a Korean girl who could speak English well. You know, so relieved that I can 우리나라 사람이랑 같이 영어 할 수 있는 우리나라 사람이랑 같이 있어서 참 다행이다. And I was like, oh, of course, it's my pleasure. And my aunt kind of went out of her way to say, like, oh, 외국인이니까.
Yeah.
She's foreigner. And I felt it was kind of a setback, I think. Like, oh, I didn't know you looked at me like that. So, but no one has ever brought it up. And I have to wonder if part of it is just because they all grew up at a time where people hated mixed race kids in Korea. honestly.
Right.
And so while my mom went to the U.S. and my parents had a different experience raising mixed race kids in the U.S., in Korea would have been different. I don't know. I've never asked them. But
Right.
we love each other regardless and get on really well.
Peter popped in real quick
Hey, Peter!
to show some love to us Halfies.
Peter Bint. This is playtime, K-time. I'm Peter Bint. Thanks for tuning in.
What's that, Peter?
How was that, Peter?
How was it, Peter? Pretty good?
Yeah, he's I think he's just popping in real quick, but
Saludos desde Colombia. Thank you, Laura. I don't know how that pronunciation is. Sorry. Thanks for coming in.
yo, do you wanna just take a few more questions and then
Okay.
we'll wrap it up? Because I think the battery will probably die soon, and I'm getting pretty hungry.
Okay, guys, we are gonna take 5 more questions.
That's a lot of questions, but we'll
3
take
more
5.
questions.
We'll take 3. Okay. All right.
We're gonna take 3 more questions. We're gonna pick and choose. So put them up. Put about your questions, and then hopefully it's yours. Okay.
Yo, Peter liked your.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Peter,
What is
did
my
it say?
twin?
Wow, I don't see that. Oh! Thank you.
Peter Benz.
Peter, okay.
I can't do it.
I actually practice. Like, no, I know that I practice.
She
No.
stands in front of a mirror every
No,
morning.
I don't do that. But I mean, like, when we're hanging out, and I feel like this is like, oh, it's a Peter Bent moment. And then I pull out the Peter Bent, and I do it. Don't
Fair
I?
enough.
I did it yesterday too. Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay, looking at these questions, Thank you, Raul. Yeah, I think I did a pretty good job too. Ah, right.
3 more questions.
3 more questions. Some of these questions are really, really fun. Raul really like that impersonation. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, we have one very good question here. Oh, Laura, thank you. My pronunciation was perfect. I appreciate it. I'll work on it. All right. I see one good question here. I'm keeping you guys in suspense.
Okay.
There's one good question there. Do you want to just answer it?
Yeah, we'll answer it.
Yeah, we'll answer that. We'll
Okay.
answer that then.
All right. Question number 1 of 3. First off, Gerald.
Okay, will you both come back to the States to live? That's a difficult question because there are a lot of factors, and I think it's kind of up in the air in terms of like long term where we will end up and what we will do. Because part of it is just kind of building what we're building now and then going along for the ride. And you can never really guess, especially with what we want to do and what we do now, you can't really guess where we'll end up or what we'll do. But like in the near future, I don't want to go back to live because unless I'm just like balling and I have a lot of money right now, I may go back for a time, but I'll be very selective with where I would live. Like I wouldn't go back to North Carolina to live. I don't know if I would want to go back to New Jersey, northern New Jersey, to live. Though I wouldn't be sad. It's just super expensive. I think I would want to go to Cali potentially.
Cali?
Yeah, like somewhere that would be very, and it's just hypothetical, like somewhere that would be very supportive of what we do, and have the network there. Weather's it's nice and sunny, and but I would have to have a lot of money, and I would want to. I don't know. Things are. I'm just not in a rush to go back to the U.S. right now. I think living here in Korea, I have a good quality of life, lower cost of living, and I have also, with what we can do, there are a lot of possibilities of making money and just taking our business in different directions here, or being more flexible and mobile. So that was the kind of unclear answer to your question.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, to answer that, well, I've been in Korea for full-time for 5 to 6 years now. And like I stated earlier, I don't often stay in one place for a long time. So it's kind of, sometimes I get this scratch to go somewhere else. And what that somewhere else looks like, I'm not sure. But of course I want to be really wise about it. I also don't feel tied to one place. I don't feel like the work that I do requires me to stay in one location, and I would like to make sure safely I can pick up and go somewhere else and still be stable and fine. You have parts playing it too, so I don't think I can just be like, go to Paris, bye, which was kind of how I viewed my life before. So, we'll talk about it and see, but I'm very open to going to different places. As for the US, honestly, the only thing that calls me back there is just my family. I don't see another reason for me to be in the States for the time being, though I love it there and I love the people. So we'll see as the opportunities come, but keeping flexible.
Yeah, very good question. And I like what you said. You love the States, you love the people. I love the States and I love the people too. And so I don't want my answer to be confused with, oh, I hate the States. Some foreigners though, like they really hate the States and where it is now politically, but it's still my country,
Hey, that reminds me of The Last Samurai.
I didn't see it.
Okay, well, in The Last Samurai, you know how Tom Cruise is like, I'm a samurai, and then people, I don't know where he was supposed to be from, America, I guess. They came to him and they're like, why do you hate your own people? That was the question they asked him.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing that. I don't know why I watched this, but I remember that was the only line where I was like, wow, this is a very good point. Because people sometimes push it on one side or the other. Like, you're not living in your home country, why do you hate your own country? There's lots of reasons to live in different places and travel other places. It has nothing to do with hatred of one side or the other.
Right.
Yeah. I never thought Tom Cruise would make it into here. Hey, you know what we could do for our next live stream? We could we could set up a game for people. Or actually we can't set up. You have to set up basically. You guys have to be like, I bet they're gonna mention Tom Cruise, and if they do, then you get a point or something.
Oh, okay.
Just
yeah,
ideas.
We don't know what they.
Just ideas.
Okay.
Okay, we do have another question in here. Let's see. Thank you for that, Raul. This is one question here. Okay, one, possibility.
Okay.
Question two is possibility. And here's another question, possibility. Okay. And here's another question, possibility. This last one's pretty good. Oh gosh. Oh, thank you guys for sending in these recommendations. Australia. I've heard Australia is a beautiful place. For the time right now, I'm not sure how things are going to go. I do hope to visit at some point, have some friends there.
Yeah, our hearts are out.
Honestly,
for Australia.
There's a lot of things you can do even if you're not living in Australia. I've been really pushing out support for Red Cross Australia. Australian Red Cross, you can donate to them. And that's a way to help, or just spreading awareness if you can't make any financial contribution. Or if you check out Asian Creative Network, there's one of the creatives there, she's selling these adorable phone cases, and all 100% proceeds are going to help fighting the fires. So, some things to check out. Okay, hi, happy pineapple, thanks for coming on. Alright, let's pick one of these questions then.
Alright.
What do you want? Do you want this one?
Alright, yeah, we'll do that because that's a couple questions.
Netizens arrest. Okay, ready?
Okay. Oh, but that is a good suggestion too. Okay, so the question is from, let's see, Netizens arrest?
Yeah.
Last one. Do you know each other's love/apology languages? I haven't heard about apology languages, but if not, maybe taking a vid or doing a vid, taking the quiz.
That's a really good recommendation.
Yeah, so I don't know if you're still on because it seems like you might be peacing out. But yeah, we should maybe do something like that. That would be very interesting. But it's been a long time since I actually read, because I read the 5 Love Languages by, I think it was Gary Chapman. This is maybe over a decade ago. And yeah, so I think we're generally familiar with what our love languages are. I think we both agree that.
What is it?
Oh crap. No, so I know that the gift. Okay, so there's 5 of them. There's words of affirmation. There's physical touch. There's acts of service. There's gifts of giving. Giving gifts. And there is, what's the one I'm missing? Physical touch.
Acts of service.
I already said that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Acts of service. Time.
Oh, okay. Time.
Quality time.
Quality time.
Gifts. Physical touch
Right.
and
Words of affirmation.
words of affirmation.
Okay, so I would say mine would be more physical time and
Physical time.
physical touch. Okay, yeah, physical touch and also time. I think. But I'd have to like actually retake the test.
We should take the test. It's a pretty good one.
Yeah, so maybe we'll do a video. Actually, that'll be a good video.
Yeah.
I think.
Now I don't want to say mine because we should keep it a secret.
Right. So you know yours for sure. Right.
Well, I took it in high school. It was a long time ago.
Maybe 10 years.
I think. I mean, at that time gifts was like negative. If that's possible. Yeah, I didn't know. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna wait for one more question, guys. Give us a really good question, and yes, Raul, you're right. He is totally drooping out because he needs to eat and he's hungry.
Really? Can you tell?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Cisco, we definitely. Yeah, I think we do want to visit Indonesia.
Indonesia, I'd love to visit
Can you
Indonesia.
be our tour guide?
Oh my goodness, please send us recommendations.
Yeah.
I really want to go. I do want to check out Bali for sure, but I want to see like outside of Bali.
Yeah, we'll definitely hit you up, Cisco. She comes to Korea a lot. Too.
Oh yeah? Okay.
Yeah, so it'd be cool to.
That would be really cool. This is the year of travel, and you know why? Because it's 2020, and 20 is 2 even numbers. Oh, come up is weird. 2020. Okay, 2020 is like the perfect year. Ideal numbers. February 20th. We have to do something special.
That is a Thursday.
Oh my gosh.
'Cause
2020.
I know because I know what the 21st is.
0220.
2020. Okay. Okay, we will
Because I
do
love-
something special.
I love the even numbers.
Okay.
So 2020 is the year of travel, guys. Maybe we should have 20 countries.
Okay. That's yeah. Hey, if you guys want to sponsor that, we'll do it.
Hey, listen to this, Maribel. So my daughter keeps yelling at me because I've literally had you on since you started, and I've had you on full blast on my big screen TV. Hey!
Nice.
Hey, Maribel's daughter! We love that you're here,
Yeah.
and we're so sorry that we're being so noisy.
For the past 2 hours.
That's awesome. Okay. We're getting so many lovely comments. Thank you guys so much.
Oh yeah, Xander could too, because Xander's been there. He's done videos
Oh,
there.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Gangster Genius is constantly saying, like, stop asking questions. We appreciate it.
We're gonna do one more.
One more, okay, but this is really having fun, honestly. This is really having fun.
Yeah.
I'm really having fun doing this.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh, we need one more good question. Like, I want like a really good question. I want a question that's like, what could that answer be? Question.
Okay.
Nothing now. Indo. Yeah, I love to visit Indonesia, Philippines. Also, Philippines for sure. That's where one of my dear friends, her family is from there.
Okay.
So we go to visit Da and rent motorbikes.
Mm-hmm.
Taiwan is a beautiful country,
Hmm.
and we could visit Ivy there. They just had a baby.
Okay.
And honestly, I would really love to go to Africa, and I would love to travel around the continent.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's huge, but I would love to visit some places. Probably start at SA, South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Another good friend is living there, and then we can kind of get all right.
Yeah,
Figure out where we go. Happy New Year, also to you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is my first live stream with you. This is so fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of surreal.
Yeah. Let us know if you want us to do this like frequently or consistently.
Yeah, do let us know if
This is fun.
interesting for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's-
Yeah,
it's
because
fun.
we could probably manage to do it at least once a month.
We're very
monthly.
good talkers.
Yeah. Or we could do it even more. We'll see.
Every day.
Maybe.
Okay, we have another question. Ooh, okay. Very good questions coming in.
Okay.
All right, well, we gotta pick just one.
All right. What do you
Philippines, Vietnam, and Taiwan. Hey, Siska, check them out. They're awesome. Taiwan has this really beautiful. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like kind of like a European village. It's very unique. Outside of Taipei, you either take a bus or a train. Take the train. It's really pretty.
Mhm.
And yeah, they have like castles and cottages and stuff. It's so interesting. I love Taiwan. Okay.
No, Mary Bell asked a good question.
I know, that was a really good question. Maybe we should just do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
You want to just go with
Yeah, I was just reading Dimitri's right above real quick. Would you make a K-pop dance cover? JYP will sign you right away. Maybe.
that? No,
I don't want to be signed by JYP.
JYP
but,
would be like, get out of here. That's so bad.
Yeah, I would, like, because I would want to be more independent and more like I don't want to be part of the big labels. But yeah, I would if they like if I produce something and they want to like purchase it or something and I would get royalties, I would do that all day. Yeah, but I don't want to actively just be part of the,
You know what we should
company.
do? We should start making our own K-pop covers on YouTube, and then we just email the JYP company.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we release one, we say, hey guys, we made a new one, check it out. Hey, we made another one, watch this.
That'd be dope.
I think it'd be annoying, but if
That'd be dope.
they pick this up, that'd be awesome.
Right.
Okay,
Alright. Yeah, Raul says it's Friday now for me. That's why we need to be live on Saturday morning every week or 2 times a month.
Every week or 2 times a month.
Mhm.
Laura Pena, thank you so much for your sweet comments. Saturday morning KSD actually works really well, frankly.
Yeah.
Great tomorrow.
I never have any issues on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like it's really difficult because a lot of you guys are obviously on the other side of the world or in other countries,
Right.
kind of halfway between the West and Korea. So like
Good night,
I
next.
try to pick a time that fits everyone in some way, and I know it's very difficult. So, all right.
Okay, here we go.
cool.
We're going to ask her a question now.
Okay. If you encounter something hateful that affects the other person, how would you handle it?
So, as in, we're hanging out together, someone says something hateful to him, how would I react? Is that the question?
Yeah, I'm not completely sure.
I think that's about it.
Well, it really depends. I think it depends on what is being said and how it's being said.
Mhm.
But I feel like I would come to her defense and like, she doesn't need my help. Like when it comes to shutting someone down or like speaking for herself at all, she would do a much better job than me. I would just probably get really mad and just I don't know, be like typical guy and just like step in and just probably make things worse. Yeah, I mean it really depends. But I would just let her handle her own, I think, and just be there. And if I need to chime in some way, I will. In terms of like if she received a hateful comment or something and she's bothered by it and the person's not there per se, I would listen and then just try to like talk to her, and because we do this all the time, even with like hateful YouTube comments and stuff. Hateful YouTube comments 99% of the time do not bother me at all, but
You do a better job with that.
yeah, she it affects her and it affects most people. For me, I just kind of like in the beginning I set up just a mental block and just understanding that people are gonna hate and whatever, I don't care. But so in those situations, I just try to offer like a comforting perspective, maybe, and just make her feel better. And try to give her, not that she needs it, but like try to help her or remind her that there's a bigger perspective out there, or bigger like the world is so big, so this one comment isn't.
Right.
You know,
it's not
but,
reflective of how every person thinks about you.
So what about you?
I do feel, I think I get very upset about it, especially when I read comments. I'm not really upset, but I think more than like, how could they say that about me? It's more like, how could somebody think that way? Right? How could you allow yourself to think in such a hateful manner? That's kind of what more shocks me. In the case of if someone's being upfront to you in real life, has that ever happened? I don't think so.
Like with us?
Let's say hypothetically, we were walking down the street and then somebody came to you and then said something really mean and hateful. I think I would have a very hard time controlling my tongue.
Yeah, I think you would be very defensive. Like, I can see you being that type. Like, even stepping in and just like blasting somebody or protecting.
Yeah.
Like, I can see that. I feel like I can't remember specifically. I feel like there was a situation, not to that extent, but like where it showed me, oh, she would be defensive.
I think you're talking about that bike riding situation. Remember? Do you remember this? I was DJing at a place one night, one evening.
Oh yeah.
There are two. The guy was not on a bike. So there was this. We were standing talking in the sidewalk.
Mhm.
This girl rode by on her bike, and there was a Korean guy who was walking, and she accidentally. She didn't even hit him. She hit a step and she fell over. Her bike fell over and it got in his way.
Right.
Didn't hit him, didn't hurt him, and he started yelling at her, basically. And she said, I don't speak Korean, I don't speak Korean. And she was really like, why are you blaming me? Why are you saying mean things to me? I don't speak Korean. And it happened right in front of us. And I actually, I remember I was very mad. I remember I came in and I was just like, are you okay? And she said, he's saying horrible things to me, call the police. And so he was saying very horrible things. And I looked at him and I just said, like, why are you saying those things? She's not even hurt. She didn't even hurt you. You're the one who's being upset for no reason. Please go on your way. I think I actually specifically said, like, just leave.
Yeah.
And you just stood there watching.
Right.
But I remember you did say, like,
but like, because I try to stay out of people's business and situations, but like, I was just watching for him to do something crazy, because if he, I don't know, the way he was yelling, like, if he got physical, I would have jumped in. And so I was just kind of making sure everything was okay. And the girl was fine, just shocked.
Yeah, just surprised.
She wasn't like, English definitely wasn't her like main language either, so I think she was just shocked and didn't know what to do.
Yeah, but I think I'm very curious about that, because people have different reactions. I don't know how to split up. They have one person who stops and thinks and reacts, and you have one person who just reacts, and you have one person who leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like these are different reactions to these kind of sudden situations, and I'd be very curious to see what ours are.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm more like a react.
Yeah, I just stop and wait and try to assess, like, should I jump in? Because I try not to just get in people's business, or get involved in situations, like, because you just never know. Like, you don't know the whole story, and like, you just don't know. So I just.
Thanks, Colin. I'm more. I fire up.
John Wick was crazy. So I think we saw the third movie.
It was so shocking. I couldn't watch anything.
Especially that first scene. Like, the whole movie was just crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, those were amazing questions, amazing comments, and if we didn't get to yours specifically, we did see it.
Yeah, man. It's been very fun, and this is something that, especially again this year, we are going to be collaborating. I don't even know if that's the right word. We're just going to be working together as a team in many different ways, and just going along for the ride. And so, as we're kicking off this year, we just wanted to let you guys know what some of the plans are, and we thank you for your support. We thank you for backing us up, and you guys are part of what we do and give us energy for it. So with that, hopefully we'll talk about it, but maybe we can stream quite consistently and just kind of hang out with you guys, every so often. Other than that, again, for those of you guys that kind of missed the plugs earlier, please do follow the Halfie Project, especially if you're interested in hearing stories of people, half Korean specifically, but she also covers a lot of different. It's just a really good channel. It's not just like interviewing half Koreans about their story. It's not. It's so many different elements of Korean culture. So if you're interested in that, subscribe to her channel, and she also has podcasts. So check those out. I'm assuming that you guys are subscribed to this channel, the SkyCedi channel, but if not, just make sure you hit the subscribe button. And so we're going to be working on content to be released on this channel over the next few weeks. And we'll start off with a handful of different like talking videos addressing topics more than likely, and then we'll get into introducing more creative stuff. So we're going to have a good mix on this channel, but it's all going to be about culture, Korean culture, the Asian / half Korean / Korean cultural experience. So we're going to do that. Other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say. We hope that you guys have a wonderful night or morning or afternoon wherever you are. And make sure you also can just plug it away.
Plug.
Yeah. Follow us on Instagram as well, so you can get updates and just seeing what we're doing throughout the day and communicate with us through that way. That's all I have to say.
Love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much. basically, I mean, they're honestly your subscribers. You guys make his channel amazing and all of this possible. So hugely appreciated. Everyone take care, and we'll see you soon.
Yes. Bye.
Peace.
Now I have to get up and actually hit stop.
Okay, you hit
So no like great transition.
No,
I'm
no,
just
you hit stop and I'll do the peace out. Okay, ready? Before you hit
Yeah.
it, let me know.
okay.
And remember to always seize the day. Peace.